Arca Bulls family, what is up, everybody? My goodness, throw some A's in the chat if you can hear your boy. Throw those A's in the chat right now, team. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. I'm really happy to be streaming tonight, you guys. It is Thursday. It's gonna be, man, for some of you it's already Friday, so those of you who are already there, happy Friday to you. Keep throwing those A's in the chat. Keep throwing them in. Let me see that you can hear the boys speak. Moderators, oh man, guys, I want you all to welcome our new moderator, DJ. What is up, my dude? He actually stepped in to the Discord and spoke to us, and we spoke to him, yeah, everything. The rest is history from there. Man, you guys, I'm really excited to be streaming tonight. We got some good plays in line. All right, man. Alex G coming in from the Wyckoff G family. What's up, man? What's up? Thank you for stopping by, my bro. Really appreciate you. Alex G, I'm actually a composer. Yeah, that song that you're hearing is something I've created, right? That I create anything. I can literally make music in any genre you can ever think of. I actually started this off by playing with drill type beats, like hip hop, right? And some people were like, "What kind of music is that?" So I was starting to get such a very like a weird vibe on that. So I actually put something more popish, right? So this is and you're listening to it in mono as well, so it's not in stereo, you know what I mean? We gotta protect the music, we gotta protect those rights. Leroy Jenkins stepping in the chat. What is up, man? My moderators up in here. Samantha, hello. Hound, what is up, my dude? And Cal L, do not piss that guy off. I love Cal. Gunner, what's up, man? Let's go ahead and see what the chat is saying. What is up, Philip? Sprink G, Raining Fire, what is up? Oh my god, everybody's talking about that GNS ticker, aren't they? What is going on with that ticker? And honestly, for a minute there, I was a little confused over the ticker that you were talking about, because lots of other people have been talking about that GVSI ticker, okay? So I know that I've been getting a lot of requests on it and all that stuff, guys, but I want you to know that there is a little bit of a risk with that ticker, okay? So the reason why I'm not really covering it is potentially because it's, I mean, I'm not gonna lie for a second. That thing, look at this. No, this is GNS, right? Ridiculous price action GNS. Oh my goodness, man. I was gonna pull up for you guys just real quick why I'm not really covering GVSI, okay? Because I started looking at it, I'm like, man, I don't know if I should expose the people to this. There's some serious risk here. So this massive cup and handle, you guys know how I feel these cups and handles, man. I hate them so much. All right, so please take a look right now at this price action here, okay? So we're talking about, let me see. All right, February 1st, 2017 to the last iteration, let's see, November 30th, 2020. So if you didn't learn your lesson by going down to zero, look at my big, huge mouse right there, okay? If you got rug pulled once over here, you would think you would learn your lesson, you know? So I'm talking about years of massive rug pull. Guys, we can't be talking about no GVSI up in here, okay? I am not going to be talking about this ticker. I feel like I would be kind of risking the people who are new to trading, okay? So those are the kind of things that I really just want to protect the people from, okay, you guys? So, oh my goodness, man. Yeah, so now you know what I'm looking at here, and this kind of sparked my attention. I'm like, you know what? What if this thing just goes zero and then it just comes back up and literally just you're gone, you're done. You know what I mean? Wyckoff G stepping into the chat. He says, what is up, buddy? I got caught on the Mullen cup and handle earlier on the 15-minute. Man, those cups and handles sometimes don't have the biggest hit rate of all, man. Actually, that is something that I'm trying to measure as a psychological variant or a component, right? So that would be a strategy to follow. This actually presents huge greed, right? And a lot of people do believe that it has a higher hit rate, right? But I don't know, man. Those a lot of the formations, in my opinion, are just a little silly. But we do what we can and we move along and we just try to make that money. But it's good to see you here, Wyckoff G. Very, very appreciative of you, my friend. Guys, if anybody wants to learn how to do some serious Wyckoff analytics, Wyckoff theory, Okay, my man, Wyckoff G, go ahead and follow him there, okay, you guys? Show him some support. He's doing good stuff for the BBIG family, for the BBIG community, so you know how that goes. Cade, what is up, man? Stepping into the chat. Mr. Levitz, stick to the tickers you feel have the best potential. It'll help everyone, Mr. Levitz say. Bro, I absolutely agree, man. And that's very generous of you to share, okay? Nothing but positivity up in the chat, okay, you guys? Make sure to bring the chat, not the drama. All right, and we're just gonna have a good time, okay, you guys? Right here, you know that it's not financial advice. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment. As you know, I can't actually suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever, right, you guys? I'm just a normal dude in the studio right now, just literally expressing my opinions on the overall markets, okay? Look at Cal L, moderator Cal, saying make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, you guys. Absolutely consider donating a couple pennies here and there for your boy Arca. That would be amazing, you guys. Thank you so much. As you know that I like to do this for you no matter what, okay, you guys? That's very considerate of you. Leo coming in with a very nice chat, my bro, and he says with that super chat, hey Arca, any chance you can look at AMC real quick, or a quick glance, right, to see if I should hold for tomorrow? Thank you, sir. Absolutely, my dude. So I know AMC has been running and doing its real thing, right? So what's the deal with that? I think I remember people talking about the reverse split. Is that still gonna happen? Is it done? Are we is it over? Because I mean, mind you, man, I'm still holding that long bag on that thing, man. It's been there for a long time and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it either. Diamond Music Production, what is up? Can you talk about GTII first, please? I have to be up at 6 a.m. and let's see, I look over it and I think it's a solid upside coming. So I did promise BBIG that I was actually going to do this first, but my friend, I can just go ahead and just start it off real quick for you on GTII, okay? So I know that we were looking at that 200-day simple moving average real quick on that GTII, okay? We did capitulate right under it, and man, this is important, okay? We recovered it. But what can that mean for the future of the price action, right? That's your real question, right? So this is a very good recovery that we're looking at right here. It could present a type of I don't want to call it reversal. It looks like a temporary upside, okay? So usually when we do form these types of hammer candles after a downtrend, we tend to get an upside. But remember that the candle analysis actually works best when it's on a higher time frame, okay? But in particular here, we're still at about 4 days and 16 hours to close this candle. My dude, this is not anywhere close to closing it, okay? So there is the potential that of a risk, okay? Still some downside. After all, we're still in this huge downtrend, okay? So let's go ahead and validate with some lower time frames, okay? But I don't want to start off GTII. I guess I'm just gonna do it for you real quick, man, because you know I owe a lot to the GTII community. I respect you guys a lot, and I want my the fan base that I actually grew from there to stick with me and see the potentials of how to trade, right? So Leroy Jenkins subbed, of course, man. Thank you so much for subbing. Make sure to hit that like button if you're new to the chat. Make sure to subscribe, okay, you guys? Just give some support here, you guys, okay? We're just having a good time. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and dim down the time frames right here and see what we have. So we're looking at the 30-minute immediate short term right here, okay? So let's see. We have some upside continuation in the immediate short term. Good thing is that we've already crossed that 14-day simple moving average on the RSI. We have remember, the purple line is your RSI signal, okay? This is your signal here, you guys, and this is the 14-day simple. When we cross above it, very good thing. Another thing to notice is always remember, guys, I always tell you, remind yourself about the RSI signal position, okay? So in this particular case, you are right at that border, or actually just under the border of the bull weakness versus the bull strength, okay? So when you are in this area, you're well within that gravitational zone, meaning a continuation to the upside is absolutely valid, okay? So let's go ahead and now move up the timeframes and see what we have in store for GTII for the next trading session, okay? Bi-hourly showing some upside right here, okay? So now that we can see that our bull signal is right up here, we can actually kind of correlate that to maybe the bi-hourly 50-day simple moving average located at about 97.24. If we're gonna go ahead and take maybe the largest iteration to the swing low of the day on that bi-hourly, we can actually see that we would land actually just above that 2 fib. Okay, so very close to that 2.272 where the SMA 100 is located. Okay, so please notice that. Okay, so if we do have this upside continuation, I absolutely see a resistance range right here. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you like this. It's gonna be since we're so close to it, I'm just gonna give it to you from the 2.272 to the 2.618. That's gonna be at 98 cents to about $1.03. Okay, consider, you know, probably some short-term positions here. Okay, you guys, this is really important for us to notice. Okay, so if we do have that resistance range here, we can always come back and test either the 1.618 or the current highs, which is right at that 1.272, right? And then continue on to the upside. But let's validate. Let's go to the 6 hour. The 6 hour time frame is actually showing us a continuation to the upside as well. Very strong. I can absolutely see that range is still even yet more familiar to me now. Okay, the 12 hour. Let's see what we got. 12 hour is now suggesting that it is a limited upside, okay? And definitely know that the moment we get into this resistance range, B, you're exploding me over there, man. I hope you got some, you're distracting me, bro. If you, please let me know if I can look into something for you, okay, my dude? There's no way I'm gonna pick your pocket like that and not expect me to you know, look into something, man. That is ridiculous, man. Thank you so much. Anyway, okay, back to the 12 hour, okay? The 12 hour is showing that there is a limited upside. Why is that limited upside there? Okay, so I'm just, you know what? We're gonna have to put our serious faces on right here. We're gonna dim the music just a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and remind you why, okay? The resistance that we're reaching right at that 14-day simple moving average is not only the 14-day, okay? We're resisting also from the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, okay? So now that we are below that 14-day simple, we can actually use this and the gravitational zone as a form of resistance before a continuation to that way down. Guys, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This is looking like a limited upside for GTII, which now presents the potential of actually finding that resistance at the 90-cent level as well, because that is right where our SMA 10 is. Remember, the higher term timeframes are usually the ones that we want to pay attention to, okay? These are very important things for us to notice. Okay, so guys, this is just how it is. Diamond Music Production saying, going crazy with the donations. Guys, I couldn't tell you how much that's gonna help my family here. It's gonna go straight to the hospital bills for my son. and hopefully we can trade a little bit of that, okay guys? Tiny bankroll right now, but we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we can all make a good bankroll and then trade those good trades, okay, as an entertainment, not as a financial advisor, just like you guys always know, okay? So please just know that I am looking at a few resistance ranges here, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That 1.618 at 91 cents or even up to 93 is absolutely what I'm looking at. But the best case scenario is gonna be my first target that I gave you. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you down like this. Okay, 90.56 is gonna be that resistance range at the 1.618. Also right at that SMA 10, located at about 93 cents. Okay, secondary and best case scenario, less likely scenario would actually be the 2.272 at just about 99 cents. And a 2.618 breaking that $1 at about $1.03, okay? So please remember, you guys, please remember your targets, okay? I know yesterday, by the way, guys, I kind of failed in putting up those timestamps for the tickers that we were looking over. Just please know that I feel so bad about that. I know that a lot of people actually come back. Kexodus, what's up, man? Good to see you here. I know that a lot of people come back and look at the live stream in order to get their ticker of choice and get that opinion and refresh their memories at the start of the morning, right? So I apologize again, you guys. I put up those time frames there so that you can see that this, in my computer, you can see the 9:30 p.m. here. So I kind of bootlegged it a little bit and put it in that description so that you guys can still see nonetheless. But I'm gonna try my best, as I don't presume to have any family issues tonight. So with that said, that is it for GTII, you guys. I just wanted to respect my friend that has to get up at 6 a.m. It's already probably 3 in the morning for that guy. I'm sorry, my bro. I am so sorry, but this is my respect to you. Okay, so I actually don't even know what time I started this, but I am ending it at let's see, what time was that? What time was that, guys? That was 9:31 p.m. ending, ticker symbol GTII. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and note this down so that we can absolutely have those timestamps in by I don't know, maybe 2, 3 in the morning tonight, guys. So, my boy's not going to go down until the wee hours in the morning. So I got to make sure to keep that energy up for him as well. Okay. So definitely wish your boy some luck. Let's go ahead and refer back to the chat and see what's going on. Mrs. L coming in with an awesome donation. Thank you so much. Ms. L saying, come on, everyone, donate some cash for Arca's baby boy's hospital bills. Oh no, we're making the little boy public. You guys, you have no idea, man. This has been such a long run. If you you know what, I can also take a thank you for anything that like just say Arca, thank you so much. I'm gonna give you a digital hug right now, guys. That's amazing. Okay, so just know that I've actually been dealing with some low blood iron issues. His hemoglobin levels actually reached a critical low, and it went down to maybe a 2. He was in danger of losing his life. So this actually was the reason that actually made my trading career kind of take off, right? Cody Bauer, what is up, man? Thank you so much for that donation, my friend. I can't appreciate it enough, you guys. This is it means a lot. It really does. Okay, so Diamond Music saying, let's see, short-term trade to compound and make big money on the big moves. Everyone, please pay attention to this man. Diamond Music Production. That couldn't have been that is so humble of you, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, dude. And I promise you guys, my debt to you, or my promise to you actually, is that I will never give you any information that is false. Okay, I know that there have been so many guys who have been accused of being pumpers and being whatever else, right? Guys, definitely know that is not me. I will never give you something else, okay? And this is the reason why I am still shadow banned in Twitter, okay? So lots of people messaging me every single day, tagging me and saying, Arca, why can't we find you in the search? Why can't you, whatever, why are you not being suggested? Guys, this is not cool. You know what I mean? And it's because they see that I'm giving you the truth. That is not, that's really crappy, So I want you to know that I will always give you the truth, no matter how much they try to silence it. I don't care. I'm not going to lie. If I'm telling my kids, please don't lie about something, what makes you think that I'm going to lie to you? I'm not going to be this hypocrite. You know what I mean? So one day, if my kids decide to look into these lives that I did back in the day, and they hear me saying things that weren't true, I don't want that to be the driving force to them hating me. You know what I mean? I want to practice what I teach my kids as well. Okay, so that is absolutely my promise to you. I'm never going to give you anything other than the flat truth. And please remember, guys, that I don't mean to harm anyone when I say that I don't care about your emotions. Is because I care about your families and you. My goodness, guys, your emotions mean nothing in the markets, okay? These markets do not care about us, and they do not care about anything that we believe, okay? So we just got to learn how to play the rules the way they're playing them, okay? Remember, guys, if Wyckoff G is still in here, he actually practices the same thing. He says it just like it is. He trades like the institutions do, and this is why he expresses what he shows, okay, you guys? Same here. All right, you guys, make sure to hit that like button if you are new to the chat. Subscribe to the channel. I have the Discord link located in the description below. If you feel like you want to trade, Leroy Jenkins, have a good night, man. Happy to help. Okay, so if you guys feel like you want to trade alongside me, or maybe consider just charting the way I do when we make these videos, right? At around 3 or 4 p.m. daily. consider clicking on the TradingView link in the description below, because I am an accepted affiliate now. Okay, so that's gonna help my trading future out greatly. Okay, you guys, this is very, very, very cool stuff. I don't even know if there's any competitor to TradingView. So I have all the tools I need here, you guys. So if you feel like trading alongside me, please definitely do that. DJ, my dude, coming in with a very nice donation saying MARA and BTB, appreciate you, bro. So MRA, okay, please remember, moderators, please remember that I absolutely have a few tickers that I owe from yesterday, okay? So if just in case I can't get to these stickers like you, DJ, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I can get my mods taken care of later. And I'm talking about potentially tonight, okay? Even after this, okay? Because I know you guys do so much for me. You guys really help me out so much. So I want to try to come through no matter what, okay, you guys? But that's very kind of you, DJ. I can't express to you how thankful I am about that, okay? So, guys, I am actually, all moderators and everybody listening in right now, I am planning to do the first training session for the Crypstex, the ARC-Series indicators, okay? So if you already have some of those indicators, if you're an owner of them, get ready, because I'm going to be sending out that notification soon on the Discord and on Twitter, and on email, actually, since there are people everywhere who have it, and some of them are not actually members of the Discord. I will be sending out that message saying that I'm going to go ahead and be hosting a type of trading seminar for the Crypstex indicator holders, okay? So, and this is particular to strategies, okay, you guys? So if you do feel like you want to maybe kind of dive into these indicators, then send me a DM, okay? Send me an email. It's like these right here that I'm looking at. They have that. They have those long signals, short signals, all that good stuff, okay, you guys? So if you do, or if you're interested, right, just go ahead and send me a DM. We'll go over the subscription packages. The thing is that you must obtain either a free account, a free subscription of TradingView software, or a paid one, right? So you would be able to follow along and use the indicators, okay? Because these indicators are absolutely written in the native language that TradingView has to offer. It's called PineScript, okay? So they're not compatible with any other platform other than TradingView, okay, you guys? But yeah, DJ, definitely know that I have my eye on those tickers for you, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and go over the list for the tickers that we're gonna be covering over tonight, okay, you guys? And it's looking like we have some pretty awesome plays. I want to make sure that everybody hits that like button. If you are just coming in the chat, let's go ahead and get that algorithm moving. Let's make some more people come in here, because trust me when I say they are limiting every word I say in Twitter. My goodness, man, I'm being policed like crazy over there, guys. We need to tell Elon Musk to stop it. Definitely not a good thing right now, okay, you guys? Another thing is, you guys, let's go ahead and maybe try to keep the names of other influencers here other than my boy Wyckoff G, because we want to try to help you out, my bro. But let's go ahead and try to keep the names of other influencers out of the chat, as there could be some type of animosity, okay, you guys? I don't want to encourage anything or any trash talking. Make sure to keep it, let's just keep it level, okay, you guys? Let's keep it about us, and let's go ahead and keep it about our tickers, our families, and our money, okay, you guys? And more importantly, our entertainment, because we're not financial advisors. Hit that like button. All right, you guys? So let's go ahead and start the list that we have thus far, okay? So we're looking at, first of all, for Cody Bauer, we're going to be looking at ticker symbol BBIG, okay? So, Chris, I remember yesterday you asked me for that ticker symbol ARCR, I think. Bro, I actually tried to look for it, and it was an invalid ticker. Okay, my bro. So please know that I am that I wanna look into it, but it was actually not a valid ticker. Okay, guys, I'm actually getting a phone call from my brother right now. There are 100 people streaming right now. Chucho, say what's up to the chat. Oh man, that's my brother saying hi. Say hi, Danny. I want everybody in the chat to say hi, Danny. Hi, Danny. That's DANNY. Okay, I want to make sure to get my brother a big ol' hello. Okay, say feel better because he was the reason that I didn't stream last week. Okay, he was in the hospital. He actually faced some serious accident. Okay, you guys, but now he's good. So what's up, Pepe? Let's hear what the brother has to say. Yes. No, Choop, not with me, but you guys, love you guys. Thank you so much. Everybody saying hi. Hi, Danny. No, you didn't, Choop. I'm going to hit you soon, okay? Oh, my goodness. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Everybody saying feel better to my brother Danny. Thank you, everybody, dude. When you get a chance, look at the beginning of the chat because everybody is saying hi to you and everybody is saying to feel better. Yes, no, on the YouTube live, okay? Right now, my brother doesn't know that I'm actually live right now on YouTube, guys. So, yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for saying hello to Danny and saying feel better, okay? So, yeah, when you get a chance to look on YouTube, everybody's saying hello to you. I love you, Choop. All right, you guys. All right, Chupi, I'll talk to you soon. All right, you guys, thank you so much, everybody, for wishing my brother that happy. Those really nice messages. He actually wanted to hold a whole ass conversation with me right now, you guys. You know I can't do that right now. We got tickers to look over, so... Oh my goodness, Girthy Sponge saying should we donate for his brother too? No, guys, don't do that. Everything is okay. We can go ahead and move along with our list right here and make sure that we can make ourselves okay before we make Arca anymore. Okay, you guys. Okay, thank you so much for your consideration. So we're gonna be looking at ticker symbol BBIG first. Then we're gonna look at SDC. I remember Coder Elite was yesterday's. That was his request, and I was unable to meet it. Okay, you guys. So please know that I don't mean to ignore that. Okay, but I do have that ticker up on the list as well. We're going to be looking at OP. We're going to be looking at VLTA. We're going to look at Zella, which is XELA, big ticker that a lot of people are talking about too. All right, we're going to be looking at SPYR. Okay, so this was actually particular to you, Cal. Actually, Biana, right? She messaged us and she said that she can't watch it. I think, I don't know what reason it was, but regardless, we're going to be looking at her ticker as well, SPYR. We're going to be looking at... we're going to try to get into MARA and BTB, but please remember, guys, that I already covered GTII and we ended that analysis just about, let's see, 9:31. Guys, the next potential moderator is actually right above us right here. Say hi to Mark Roach. Mark Roach, thank you so much with that message. Feel better, Danny boy. Absolutely, man. Thank you guys so much. That's going to mean a lot to my brother, okay? So I can't wait for him to see this because he's going to probably cry when he sees this because he's just going to, you know how it is, guys. This is really cool stuff. Very considerate of all of you. Thank you, chat, for doing that for me. Thank you for all of your donations and thank you for all of your consideration and support. Okay, you guys, but I think that the chat is looking like it's at a pretty good place right now, and I think we should honestly start to get those serious faces on so we can start our analysis, okay? So please remember that we're going to start this off. Guys, I'm going to try to include GNS in there. I know a lot of people are talking about GNS, okay? So I just want you to know that yesterday we were talking about this ascending broadening wedge, and I did say that the hourly time frame is not a good time frame to consider these formations, as you know, I tend to look at them on the daily or higher. Okay, so Raining Fire, I know we're going to be talking about this GNS too, but this is almost, I almost can't say anything at this point because this is sheer FOMO. This is all psychological. Okay, so at that, when that happens, systematic traders like me kind of diminish. We get that edge diminished. Lillian, what is up? Little all natural stepping into the chat. Good to see you. I think I remember you said you're out of Kala, right? So that was it for that. I don't even remember what happened to Kala after that. So if you exited, I'm very happy you did. I'm happy that we found that exit strategy. Lonnie Lake saying straight FOMO on that GNS. Absolutely. My goodness, it surpassed every obstacle that I thought it was actually going to hit, which is telling me that it literally is all psychological. That's crazy, you guys. Okay, I don't want people to get trapped up here in like just utter. Everybody, guys, if you know what the itch means. You don't want to get caught in the itch, okay? And then this thing just out of nowhere, this guy says, oh, I got 2 million shares, so now it's a good time to sell off when I'm 1,300% up. Let's get it. And then this thing just goes all the way down. Guys, my goodness. KYP saying hi, Danny, feel better, love, thank you so much. Really appreciate everybody for saying hi to my brother. Mark Roach saying, Danny, go drink water. Oh man, that's you guys, if I can tell you something about my brother, he has the gnarliest physique you've ever seen in your life. That guy is absolutely, like, he could straight up be a model. Okay, so he just reached his dirty 30. He's 30 years old and very, very extremely good looking brother. Okay, you guys. So actually the whole family is good looking, and our entire family in the chat right now is especially good looking, right? Oh man, let me get a like on that. Okay, you guys. So yeah, let me go ahead and start dimming this music down, all the way down, down, so we can get this serious face moving. Ryan T coming in with a very nice donation, my friend. There's no way I can ignore that. Arca, will GTII hit 1 zillion? My goodness. Let's go ahead and take some fibs on that. We're gonna put some moving averages. I think honestly, guys, you know how I always talk about that 200-day simple moving average? We're gonna have to apply the 1,000-day simple moving average on that GTII to propose the possibility of hitting a zillion. Ryan T. Ryan T, thanks so much, man. I couldn't be more thankful to you, dude. But yeah, if you didn't catch it, or was it you who asked about it? I did actually cover GTII in the beginning, just in case you didn't know. Okay, you guys, very good stuff in here, very positive energy. I love it. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and now bring up that BBIG chart, as there are some things to talk about in the immediate short term as well. Let's see. Yeah, no, we're gonna focus on the immediate short term. I know this is the 3-day chart, but I want to go ahead and get everybody on that road. Okay. Quick little sip of that Hydro Flask. Man, my goodness. Okay. Never say Hydro Flask again unless they sponsor Arca. My goodness, you caught me. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, you guys. So, Mark Roach telling me that I am officially starting. No. I'm going to officially start BBIG. So, moderators, go ahead and take over the chat with whatever anyone may need, as I will now start to a zillion on the fibs. That's right, man. We're going to have to put the 100 spot 618 on that, okay, man? So... It's gonna be Yoda zone per cow. Do not mess with me with that Yoda zone. Good stuff. The infamous Hydro Flask. Guys, listen to this in the mic, okay? That is a little bit of ice in there, mostly room temperature, but it's still a little cold, right? I get hot up in this studio, guys. Don't blame me. So, let's go ahead and move along. We're gonna officially start off BBIG at 9:48 p.m. All right, guys. So moderators, go ahead and take over, as I will now officially make that deal. All right. BBIG on the 3-day chart. This is to update everybody who doesn't know what I'm looking at. Okay. So this is particular to a descending channel. Okay. Descending channels on the macro time frame give us the potential of a reversal incoming. Okay. So we've already practiced 4 of those tests of the resistance. Okay. The problem here is that we are still, it looks like the markets are showing a little bit of strength, maybe a little bit of indecision here and there, which is why we're starting to get all this pump to the upside in the broader markets. Okay. Good stuff. But the thing is that if we fail this test number 5, then actually it wouldn't look too good. But know for a fact that we pierced for it for the first time. And this test number 5 is literally how it happens. We test it, we come back, okay? But why did we come back? The question here is, why did we come back? Let's go ahead and now look at the daily chart and explain why, okay? Broadening descending wedge on the daily right here. We are looking at tests per the golden rule of 3. Remember, guys, So we're looking at test number 1, 2, 3 of the resistance, and usually after that test number 3, everybody already knows up in the chat that it is that capitulation event. My goodness, can't speak English today, guys. Somebody correct Arca. Okay, so we get that capitulation event, and then we get this recovery in trying to actually recover and break out on that true test number 4. As we all know, the take profit per the trading rules, per the playbook rules, the way to trade a broadening descending wedge is go long right on after the test 3 at that support line, and then we can actually move that upside all the way up to the top trend line where the genesis of the formation is. In this case, we went all the way to 88.20 for that genesis, okay? And you can see that the price action actually just came right under that. This is a typical situation, and yet another one to add to the books for the playbook rule that I will be developing for I will be releasing. Actually, I'm going to try to publish this. Cal-L is actually helping me figure this out, and I'm going to put together a whole playbook for us. Okay, you guys. So now this is just yet another formation that we've been keeping track of that literally took it right all the way up to the take profit zone. Not all of them happen like that. Okay, you guys. Not all of them do that. It happens. If it does, and it does, but it's per the playbook rules, traditional rules. Now, what's going to happen to BBIG though? Are we going down? Are we going up? Usually when we break out of these formations, we need to come back and test the newly converted resistance into support. Okay, so if we haven't done that already, please notice that it could be that potential now. All right, so now let's go ahead and just take a look at the momentum. Okay, so we're going to do it with the RSI. So relative strength index is also a type of, a type of momentum indicator, momentum based. All right, so remember your purple line is your RSI signal. The pink line represents that 14-day simple. Okay, so in this case, we can see that the daily is still suggesting a downside continuation, but looks to be a little limited. Okay, so why would that be limited? Well, it's potentially because we're going to come back down to the 1.272 and the 2.618 at about 60.44 to about 59 cents to test this newly converted resistance into support before we can consider making that upside. Okay, so it's already being suggested. Let's go ahead and go into some smaller time frames. So we're going to look at the 30-minute, and just like we always do, we have a limited upside here. We may be able to use the gravitational zone to pump us up a little bit, but eventually fail it, just like we did in this iteration here. Okay, so this is likely to live out pretty fast. Remember, it's a 30-minute. This is a micro time frame. So now let's go up to that bi-hourly for BBIG and see what it's got. Okay, so we still got a little bit of upside to go on the bi-hourly as well. Very likely we can actually come back up and fill the gap that was created in that bi-hourly. Okay, so I absolutely am seeing that upside here now as a psychological component of which we always need to take into account. Okay, you guys. So definitely know that we have this gap here, the candle, the birth of the candles right here, this tiny little green line. And we also have the gap now between the previous bi-hourly iteration to the candle that we just printed there. Okay, so we have a gap to fill up here, which is that temporary upside, and then we can come back down, fill this gap, and continue on to validate our newly converted resistance into a support. Okay, before that continuation to the upside, don't take too seriously the fact that we're just going to stop at the top of the gap right here, because actually the candle openings and candle closures per these two candles right here are still above and at about 66 cents. Okay, so moving from about 64 to 66 cents is kind of an aggressive move, potentially up to the 66.30, and then we can come back down. Let's go ahead and continue validating. Let's see the 6 hour. Okay, 6 hour time frame is now showing us that we do have that downside printing. Okay, so this is now where it's starting to get that interesting thing that we're looking at. Okay, let's see the 12 hour. 12 hour is suggesting some downside, brand new bearish cross below that 14-day simple moving average, which only suggests a continuation to the downside. Okay, you guys. So now let's open up the buy daily and see what it's looking like overall. Okay, so yeah, now you can see that we do have that limited downside on the buy daily, but please remember that buy daily, 2-day candle iterations here, this takes a long time to kind of realize, and this also takes a long time to kind of move along the, along the guidelines of a 2-day period. Okay, so we can see that that support touch would essentially be shared not only by the 14-day simple, but also from the gravitational zone before we can see a bounce, which is very much in line to dropping from that 66-cent zone of the market close, not the after hours, okay? All the way back down to that 58, potentially even a wick down into the 1.618 at 56.50 before a recovery, okay, you guys? So that's what I'm looking at for BBIG. I'm going to go ahead and now move on to the next ticker. We are officially ending BBIG on 9:55 p.m. Good stuff, good stuff. Cody Bauer, thank you so much for everything you do, my friend. Thank you so much for talking to the people in the Discord. I love that everybody is you know, finding friendship, finding some support, finding information, whatever that may be. I appreciate you guys for staying active, okay? So now let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. We do have to look at this ticker for, that's going to be for, let's see, Coder Elite, and that's going to be ticker symbol SDC. But before I get started, my friend Leo, thank you so much, dude. That's really considerate of you, man. That it actually took my words out of my mouth a little bit, and you guys know I get weird with that stuff, man. Leo, thank you. If there's anything I can do for you, my friend, please. I know I may miss it here, and I know that the moderators might catch it and everything, but if there's anything I can do, please consider sending me an email on you know, that you can find it in the about section of the you know, man, I'm still at a loss of words, bro. Thank you so much. That really kind of, that's awesome, bro. So please send me an email on the about section of the YouTube channel, okay? Click on the for business inquiries only. You can always get in touch with me in that way, like closer, right? But that absolutely means so much. I can't wait to tell my wife. She's going to be very excited that everyone has done so much. All of my donations tonight have meant so much, guys. Thank you for that, okay? So yeah, please consider that, okay? So Miss L saying awesome to Leo. Yes, my dude, thank you. And you're always here in the chat too, my dude. So are you on Discord? Are you a part of the Discord community too? Because I'm not sure that I know your name there. Okay, so if I can get you to get into that Discord, then we can actually look into deeper plays, okay? As I do have a few of them that I'm considering to put up on the Discord for the community in the short term, okay? So guys, make sure to hit that like button, and thank you, Leo, so much for your donation, my friend. So let's go ahead and now load up our next chart. We want to make sure that we can get as many tickers evaluated for the awesome community members in here, okay? So we do have a few of them to look at, and now let's see. I do remember that I got one from, guys, I know if I'm missing it, I apologize, okay? So DJ CTXR as well, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put those down too. I know that Sebastian Lim, I still owed him one, and he still came in with another donation. Sebastian, thank you so much for that, my bro. I'm actually trying to go up the chat to see who's been doing all of these donations, which are very kind. Okay, so DJ, I'm gonna CTRX. Was that the one from yesterday for Overclockaholics? Was that what we were looking at? And also, I know that Sebastian Lim actually asked for one too, so we're gonna put it there, guys. Just please remember that I definitely have a few. Okay, and B, you also were talking about WISA. A lot of people talking about that, okay? I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting you. That was very kind of you, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go back up the chat real quick and see. And ACOR, I think, was another one that was the one that I think B and also Sebastian Lim wanted to see. That was ACOR and WISA, right? So I remember we looked at that ticker ACOR yesterday. I think we did, right? Guys, I remember I was looking at a few tickers yesterday. I hope I actually made those calls go, okay? Because sometimes I'm just going to bed and I'm like, man, I hope it actually went through. Sebastian Lim, I want to make sure that I can get your other ticker of choice in here too, okay? If you're still in the chat, please go ahead and comment, as I do know that you were asking for that ticker symbol ACOR. So I'm going to look into that one too, but please, Sebastian Lim, go ahead and come in from Singapore, my dude. Thank you for your donation, by the way. I want to make sure that I can express to you that I'm not forgetting, okay? So please, guys, if you see Sebastian Lim pop up in the chat, he should be telling me what ticker he requested, as there was just a surge of comments that came through, you know, of just saying hi to my brother and everything else, right? So I totally missed what he wanted. But yes, please, Sebastian Lim, if you're still there, calling Sebastian Lim, definitely come in, okay? So, Leo is in the Discord. Okay, good. Thank you, Leo. So, yeah, definitely consider keeping an eye on the Discord soon, because I will be putting some pretty nice things there, okay? Did anyone else see... so Senile is saying, did anyone else see Christian name drop? Sorry, what? Jeremy Frommer, and then make that statement about the mother load of FTD unloads? Pretty interesting. Wow. Very cool stuff, my bro. Wes Christensen. Gotcha. So, Sebastian Lim actually was looking for HLBZ and ACOR. Okay. Gotcha. Very cool stuff. I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting about him either. Okay, you guys. He was talking about CRTD. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness, man. CRTD is another one of those silly ones that just gave me so much grief. All I said is we were going to go from 80 to about 60 cents, and then the world collapsed on Arca because I said that, guys. I am not saying it because I'm going against you. I am saying it because the charts are suggesting it. Okay, you guys? So if you are new to the stream, please remember to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and consider saying hello to everybody here in the community. Okay, very good stuff here. Let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker, and we are going to be looking at, let's see, ticker symbol SDC. Okay, and that is going to be for my friend Coder Elite. I don't think he's present right now, but I will send him a message on his comment. He said, I'm falling asleep waiting for your thing, man. I felt so bad. Sebastian Lim, thank you so much, my bro. I got you. So yeah, let's go ahead and now take a look at SDC, okay, you guys. So very important thing here from the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators. This one in particular is called Armor. Okay, so Armor now is actually comprised of several exponential moving averages, all placed together within the chart, very close proximity. Okay, so we can get this wave, this directional motion, right? So upon doing that, it gives us buy and sell signals as well. Okay, you guys. So please notice here that we got a massive long signal, and then it went all the way up there, and we got a short signal here preserving whatever that percentage is, which is still massive, right? So now the short signal is still not being respected. I'm sorry, it's still being respected. My apologies. And as you can see, when we start printing these pink, dark red indicators right up here overlaid on the chart, and with an arrow facing down, it means that there is a continuation of that downside. Okay, so this is how we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the Crypstex strategies, right? We're going to see how these indicators are working for us here on the live. Okay, so now this would essentially kind of verify that we are within that ascending broadening wedge. Okay, so when we're in an ascending broadening wedge, the golden rule of 3, boom, hawk, good to see you, man. So please consider the test number 1, 2, and 3 of the resistance from a broadening descending wedge. Okay, so this is usually that area to signal short positions, hence the short signal that we got over here, and now it's continuing that downside. Okay, so aggressive short positions would open up not at the break of it, not at breakout. Okay, it would be upon the validation of the resistance. Okay, so it was one support, we came back and tested that support very much perfectly, and then we actually tried to tried to come out of it, and we couldn't. So we used that resistance touch, we validated that resistance, and now we're continuing to the downside. The breakout that's going to happen here would be particular to a few ranges. Okay, and now if we could take a look at the candle analysis here. Okay, I hate doing it on the buy hourly, but it's needed because the trade is happening on the buy hourly right now. This is the strategy here. Okay, so we can see a touch all the way back down to about 48 cents, followed by a recovery, and then that recovery would be essentially to validate our newly converted support into now a resistance before a continuation to the way down. The take profit per the trading book rules, okay, per the playbook rules, you will find a take profit zone to be at 32 cents. Okay, and why is that 32 cents there? Well, that's because the genesis of the formation is there. Okay, so just like the inverse broadening descending wedge, the ascending wedge has that the take profit inversely as well. Okay, so now let's validate that downside. We already have Crypstex telling us that it's on the way down. We already have the ARC RSI, which by the way, I will include with the Crypstex indicator set. Okay, so you can see it is right here, ARC RSI. You're going to have this exact setup. All right, so go ahead and just send me a DM and we'll take a look at those subscription packages. Okay, so we have that downside continuation from the 14-day, and we have this RSI signal absolutely within the strength of the bear weakness percentile. Okay, so this means that the continuation to the downside is pretty likely. Now, 6 hour. Let's see what we got. Okay, so upon a 6 hour, of course, we have a more aggressive short signal printed by Arc Armor, and that was at the opening of this candle at 67 cents, and it has dropped all the way to 51. So if we were following the Armor here, we would actually have saved ourselves a lot. Okay, it is finding support at the 9-day exponential moving average, which is the hyper speed snail pace. The hyper speed exponential, and this is the snail speed, right? So now at that support level, now we're potentially testing that resistance. Okay, be careful with your longs in here, okay? Because at this point, you're looking at this continuation to the downside per the RSI signal. We're starting to get that curvature on that 14-day. The downside is limited here because we have a limited downside. That support level is what I'm looking at, okay? Let's continue validating. Let's see the 12-hour. So the 12-hour now is suggesting a continuation to the downside. I do see that we have a limited support right here, and that's likely because if we're trading the broadening ascending wedge on the 12-hour, let me just go ahead and block the visibility from Armor and show you this, okay? If we're trading the broadening ascending wedge on the 12-hour time frame, this downside being so limited is absolutely in accordance with not only the support level of the wedge itself, but also the candle structures that we're forming here, okay? The opening of this red candle here, the wick high of this candle here on the 5th of January, and the wick low of this candle here on January 13th, okay? Consider if you do get your hands on those indicators, consider merging your strategies, okay? Combine them. Combine the downside with a validation, maybe a formation like this. Try to look at your RSI, which by the way will be included as well, and then we could validate that downside continuation, okay? So now that we know that we still have that downside, let's go a little more aggressive in time. Buy daily is suggesting a continuation to the downside, and this drop all the way down to here, which is by the way in the strength of the bear strength percentile, right? In the grip, sorry, of the bear strength percentile. This is very likely to come back and test midway. Okay, so if we're gonna take a fib, let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with here. Okay, so swing high to the swing low of the buy daily, and right here is where I said, and take a look at the 1.618 at that 39.72 zone, right where I said we'd be. Okay, so these areas are not usually something that I look at kind of like I look at them in a discretionary manner here, and then I validate them with a Fibonacci and then with our indicators. Okay, so this is my range for you. Let's go ahead and make a little box in that area so that you know, just in case, what that area of support is going to be. Okay, you guys, so this is essentially what I'm looking at for the shorter term. Okay, so I mean in about 4 or 5 days, SDC can land at about 41 to about 39.72, where that 1.618 golden mean is. Face that upside, right? We're going to find that resistance at about 48.01 and then make the downside all the way to our 32-cent take profit zone. I have traded this in and out. This formation is particular to bear markets. We don't trade the bear market like we do the bull markets. Remember that. Hit that like button if you're new to the chat. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure to reach out to me if you are interested in acquiring these indicators. Okay, you guys, very much cool stuff. So that is gonna do it for ticker symbol SDC. Let's go ahead and now move on. I'm gonna go ahead and now give you guys the rating on this one for you to come back. Okay, so remember, guys, actually, we're gonna involve the chat now. Chat, let's go ahead and rate this trade. What are we going to rate it? I already have my rate. No matter what, I'm going to put it right here for you guys. But chat, let's go ahead and chime in and tell me what we're going to rate this trade, okay? For long positions, what is it looking like? Let me see it in the chat. I want to know what you guys think that this should be graded from a level D to A plus. Okay, what is it? What is it? Besso Amy coming through with F. Okay, very close. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so Sebastian Lim saying Z, which is literally the last letter of the alphabet. Okay, very clever. T Wood saying that this is a C minus. We have a D from Besso Amy. And let's see, M9 saying D. Indra saying C. Ed Princeton saying D. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just give you my personal touch on this, but I'm happy that you guys are looking at it in the manner that you are. The average or the mean in between what I just got is essentially D. Okay, so in my notes, that's right. Samantha H is absolutely in that zone. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, you guys, for the short positions, if you are a short bias trader, I'm gonna give it a B plus because it's a very small float, very tiny capitalization. Okay. And also because we don't want to hold these overnight, it's difficult. Okay, high risk, which means that we can give it a B plus for shorts. I'm gonna give this a D minus for longs. Okay, so D minus meaning that you would essentially lose your 5%, 4%, 3% tight risk, okay? Make sure to keep those stops in and make sure to know which way the trade is going before we enter. We're going to go ahead and leave this at a rating of D minus, okay? And it's going to be located in the timestamps later. Miss May, that is absolutely right, okay? Samantha B coming in with that absolute answer. We're going to go ahead and leave this at a B plus for the shorts, okay? So like this, and then we're going to change the color, okay? So whenever we come back, we're going to know what we decided as a group. Okay, so D minus for the longs. Okay, and we're going to leave this as green, right? And then the red is going to be for the bears. All right, so now we know we have that rating system. Good deal. We're going to continue this rating system on every ticker we look at. Okay, so now let's go ahead and finish off SDC. I actually don't remember what time I started this one, so I'm going to go ahead and put that we ended it at 10:12 p.m. Okay, as long as we do have that there, then we're okay. So let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol OP. All right, so this is another ticker that a lot of people have been looking at. Okay, so we're going to start off the shorter term time frame first. Okay. And why I want to do that is because in the shorter term time frame, I am looking at some drives of bearish divergence, bullish. Sorry. So the bullish divergence here is actually happening in a not so, please remember, listen in carefully because we're going to go ahead and rate it together when we're done. Just give it about 5-6 minutes and this ticker will be done. Okay, so let's pay close attention. We're getting some bullish drives. Okay, so these are, this is 2 drives of hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart. I don't like to see it on the 4-hour. I particularly like to see bullish drives or any divergent drive of the momentum versus price action on the 8-hour minimum. I like to see it on the 12-hour, okay? So let's go ahead and now notice that also I don't like to see drives in the oversold percentile, okay? The drives of bullish divergence are better when they are within the 70 to 30 percentile of the RSI setup. This is standard, okay? This is very much standard to any RSI setup, okay? There's nothing different between my RSI and anyone else's RSI, okay? So now let's go ahead and actually, let's see, what time did we start this one? We're going to say 10:13 p.m., right? 10:13 p.m. for OP, and that's going to be for Sebastian limb per yesterday, actually. Okay, so yes, we don't like to see the divergences down here. It's still playing out though, and it's showing promise, okay? We do have an upside continuation. Another important thing to notice, guys, remember, I'm gonna make it a little brighter, and we're gonna take a look here, okay? We're gonna make this a little thicker, just like this. And please notice, always remember that RSI position. We're in that gravitational zone, suggesting a pull right into the following one. So this is looking pretty bullish, okay? It's pretty good still. So the 14-day simple is also suggesting that upside. Let's move on to the daily. All right, so on the daily time frame, now we are starting to see what this really is doing, okay? So let's zoom out first of all and then touch on the details, okay? So let's just get this right now, and then we're going to look at what the Crypstex ARC-DBSI is saying for us. Okay, so we're in a massive descending channel. Descending channels tell us that there could be a potential reversal at play. Also mind your tests of the resistance, okay? Let's block out the visibility of DBSI, and please notice that we have test number 1, 2 of the resistance, and then we have that test number 3 followed by the biggest capitulation event like we always talk about, okay? So in this case, it looks like we have bottomed out, potentially have found the floor, okay, at this new 52-week low at about 77.42, and now we have recovered and regained the inside of the channel. All right, so now let's go ahead and open up DBSI and see what it has to say. Here, we still have a bear signal, but please remember that this particular indicator has been back tested for the shorter term timeframes. Let's refer back to the 4-hour. We still have a 95% win rate here, okay? So 95% over 5% bears, meaning that the shorter term timeframes may be able to influence the higher term, okay? So far, I'm really not liking that we have the divergences down here. I love that we still have a huge upside pivot, very aggressive. Okay, daily is telling us that we still have upside continuation as well. We have moved outside of the gravitational zone, so this upside is absolutely imminent and continuous. Okay, we have regained the inside of the channel, which is bullish. Okay, let's look at the buy daily. Let's see what the momentum has to say. Okay, buy daily is now suggesting a massive upside continuation. It looks like DBSI is flashed and shocked because we were so low. We're at oversold. Okay, and also it's noticing the fact that the 13-day exponential moving average, which actually should be something that we should have already had up, right? That is also suggesting the potential of it being bearish, because if I can just guess real quick upon placing that 13-day, it could be below us, it could be above us still, okay? So let's go ahead and type in 13-day for that period and see what it has for us. There we go. The 13-day exponential moving average, which DBSI reads, is above us, which is the reason why it's giving us this this bearish signal. But notice that the bulls are actually approaching, okay? And we're right at the floor, okay? This is usually where longs start to gain that entry upon validation of our newly converted resistance into now a support before that continuation, okay? Let's look at the higher term timeframes. 3 days suggesting upside and getting close to that 14-day moving average, which could present just a... this is aggressive, okay? So this may actually just surpass it. Let's see the 5-day. The 5-day suggesting upside as well. Okay, so that's kind of like what I'm looking at here, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and just take our fib and see what we have as far as the upsides. Obviously, I'm going to give you the 13-day exponential moving average, okay, as that first area of take profit at about 102 from the 94-cent zone where we are right now. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's just a few things that I don't like how they're down here, and I also don't like that we're at 94 cents. It's a very micro cap, tiny float. Okay, so but nonetheless, it's looking bullish, and it looks like we do have an upside continuation. Okay, so as far as levels, for sure, I'm looking at that 102 or 103 cent zone. Let's take a fib from the swing high to the swing low of today's action, okay? So after that, I can absolutely see that the next area of interest would be at the 2.272 at literally all of these candles lows, okay? So that would naturally mean that we have to make a connector into that 1.618 golden mean for the immediate short term, okay? So we're looking at about $1.02 at that 13-day exponential, very, very much in line to what I was saying, okay? So now we validate it. Perfect. If we're going to continue on to the upside, I'm going to put it at that 2 spot 618, which could be a little less likely, but it could happen in a few days. Okay, so this is more the immediate short term. Chat. Let me know what we're grading this. Okay, what are we grading this ticker? I'm going to just go ahead and put down right here the 2 spot 272 and the 2 spot 618 as that area of take profit as a secondary zone. Okay, so very good validations here. 13-day exponential near that 1 spot 618. Let me go ahead and get the rating for this one. I already have my rating. Okay, so I want to know what the chat has to say, as this will actually make me understand a sentiment-based rating as well. Okay, but nonetheless, I'm still going to go ahead and put my rating overall. Okay, I just want to know if you guys know what this is looking like. T Wood coming in with B. Besso Amy saying that this is a C. DJ saying C+. Sean Cervantes saying a B+. Now, let's see. So Cal L, I don't know if you were talking to me. EM9 is saying B-. Samantha H saying C+ to B-. Okay, so I see that. I mean, really, all of you guys are kind of where I was thinking about this too, okay? So my honest opinion is that for the longs, okay, we're not talking about shorts because the shorts don't have an opportunity in this one. So I'm going to give this for the longs a C+, okay? So why a C+ though? Let's verify why. Let's understand this, okay? The reason why I'm giving this a C+, sorry for that A right there, longa. So the reason why I'm giving this a C+ is, first of all, because I don't like the divergences down here, okay? We want them within the 30 to 70 percentile. We're looking at a low float, low capitalization company, okay? Let's see the technicals exactly, okay? We're looking at a market cap of about a tiny 9.57 million. And the float is 29 million, high risk. Okay, we now know that those assets are very high risk. Mark Roach hitting that C+, DJ hitting that C+, Samantha hitting that C+. Guys, that is absolutely right. I am definitely thinking that this is a C+ for longs, meaning that if you were to consider trades on a C+ portfolio trade, this would probably be about maybe 15 to 25%, maybe even less of the portfolio. Not financial advice, guys. We bet the big money on the B+, B- maybe, but definitely A- and A+. Okay, you guys. So this is a C+ trading for the longs for ticker symbol OP. We are finishing OP now officially at 10:21 p.m. Okay, very good stuff, guys. I'm happy that everybody is pretty much on the same page right here. I'm actually very stoked to see that we have so many people in line with this. Okay, in tune. Miss May saying B-. I almost gave it that B- to be very honest with you, Miss. You're actually in line with moderator Samantha as well. So this is absolutely something that we can consider. Chris, love it. Class in session on rating. Absolutely, man. This is how we're going to be able to gauge whether we bet big money or no. Okay, so now, as entertainment, of course, because we are not financial advisor, guys. My goodness. So, but yeah, if this was capitalized at about, let's say, $500 million, and we had a float of about, I don't know, minimum 50 million, 100 million, something like that, then this would easily be a B+. Clean. You know what I mean? But the fact is that it's low float. We have a tiny cap, and the signals are all firing in the wrong places, and we are very much in a very risky area of the huge descending channel, right? But nonetheless, this is an aggressive trader's area. All right, you guys. So now let's go ahead and move on to that next ticker, okay? So Jay Pong coming in saying, hello, I could not sleep, so I finally get to watch your live stream live for once. Haha. Also, could you check out the stock called WISA? So if I don't get to that ticker, WISA, definitely know that I will get to it, okay? I do have a lot of tickers to get into here, and I know that WISA was also part of a donation. So I want to make sure to get my boy B taken care of. Okay, so let's go ahead and now end this ticker and move on to ticker symbol VLTA. Let's see what we got for VLTA. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and just take out some of those SMAs and see what we have going on. Okay. First of all, I want to introduce to you to the chat This is another Crypstex ARC-Series indicator. So this one here is actually the enhanced MACD. And why is it enhanced, you ask? Okay, so first of all, before I answer that question, we're going to go ahead and note down that we are starting officially ticker symbol VLTA at 10:23 p.m. All right, so 10:23 p.m. is when we're starting this VLTA. Perfect. Okay, so the enhanced MACD is actually combined with buy and sell signals, but also with Bollinger Bands. Okay, so these Bollinger Bands are pressure actually given to us by expansion and contraction. Okay, so when it contracts into tight levels like this, let me just go ahead and make this large and see that the contraction phase of the Bollinger Bands being so tight like this usually indicate that there is a potential upside or downside coming in. Bollinger Bands are, in a sense, volatility. Okay, Mark Roach, thank you so much, my bro. Really, really, really appreciate you. And Luna's life, I will do that right after this ticker. So let me go ahead and now continue the analysis here. So yes, when we get this extreme contraction like this, we are being signaled that something's about to happen to the downside or upside, of which we can then validate with other means. It just so happens to be that the ARC Enhanced MACD has buy signals as well and sell signals. Okay, so in this case, we can actually see that we got that sell signal when, let's go ahead and just take a look at the chart. We got that, that buy signal. We got that buy signal very, very conservatively at that, let's see, of the opening of this candle at 36 cents. Price action is at price action went to one, let me see, that is this last candle right over here. It went to 91 cents. Very good stuff, okay? Please remember, if you are considering these indicators, then definitely send me an email or reach out to me, okay? This is a very complex ticker, okay? I want you to pay close attention because we are going to be rating this one too, okay? So what we're looking at here, is if we can just make the indicators just a little bit smaller. Yes, we still have a bullish signal printed, but please notice the curvature right here, okay? That last X is actually now starting to not be as aggressive. Little kink right to that right, okay? The nuances matter, okay? The nuances absolutely matter. This little kink that you're seeing, it's not a perfect slope anymore. It's kinked. And also look at the RSI. We have a little kink right there, now validating a few drives of bearish divergence, hidden bearish divergence, okay? Usually happens when the price action is making a series of lower highs and momentum making a series of higher highs, okay? So in this case, we can see that we have some hidden bearish divergence drives on the daily, okay? We are also now, what I want to show you here, okay? Please notice this. This is what's called a buy formation, okay? We are looking at a massive descending channel on the daily, okay? So we are looking at test number 1, 2, and 3 of the resistance, okay? What happens when that 3 happens? Everybody already knows that we're going to get the biggest capitulation event from here, okay? Not guaranteed. I'm just saying that that's usually how it happens, okay? So if we're getting drives of bearish divergence, we're getting this little kink while still maintaining a bullish signal, but it's still not perfect. And we're now starting to see the first candle iteration start to print right under that new candle. What could be happening? And also the fact that this last daily iteration was kind of a spinning top doji. Would really like to give this actually a smaller body to be considered. So now let's continue the analysis, because the next part you will actually probably change your mind over what you may be feeling, okay? So now let's go down to the buy hourly chart and see what it has, okay? So, all right, if it decides to load at any day now let's go ahead and load up Enhanced MACD from Crypstex. Take a look at this. We're actually now starting a contraction phase on the Bollinger Bands, and we have a bear signal at the top. Okay, so where is the top that Enhanced MACD told us? It literally signaled us to sell at, let's see, the opening of the candle is 86 cents. Okay, so we have an 86 cent now short position or a bear signal. Okay, now please remember that the line that you see down here, this in the Enhanced MACD is the mean. Okay, so what is essentially happening is that we are potentially facing a mean reversion. Okay, so if we're going to face that mean reversion, it would be absolutely in line with the fact that we're testing the third test of the resistance from the larger channel. Okay, and also please notice that even on the bi-hourly, you see that we never came back to test the newly converted resistance into support from the smaller formation, which is why we have to take into account the buy formations, okay? So in this case, we may be facing a huge capitulation event over the next few days, and we can actually see that there could be a resistance, or I'm sorry, a support validation area at about maybe around the 35-36 cent zone, okay? So definitely know that this is a possibility. Cryptic Trader, WISA is in the list. We're gonna try to get to it today. So let's go ahead and continue it here and see what we have. Another psychological component that we have to take into account is our gaps, okay? So please notice that we do have a gap right over here located at 76.22 to about 81.18. Usually when we have these gaps here, we can actually find a small short-term bounce, test our current highs, and then a continuation to the downside, test the bottom support line of this, validate our resistance from the gap, and then continue on to the way down, okay? So this is what I meant by you may actually want to double check what the rating is, but in this rating, okay, we're going to go ahead and need the short position rating, and also we want to notice the long position rating, okay? Remember, we're looking at about 85 cents right here, and let's see what the market cap is. Market capitalization, 149 million, not bad, okay? And the float is a tiny 115 million, okay? So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Now that we know that we could potentially be facing a downside continuation per momentum, which by the way, look at this, the bi-hourly suggesting aggressive downside, 6 hour, let's see, 6 hours suggesting aggressive downside, which is showing that there is a limited downside as well. Why could it be limited? Well, because the gap. We want to go ahead and test the gap as a type of valid support. But if it's not valid, then we're going to come back to our current highs and then continue. This is why it's limited. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at the 12-hour real quick and downside continuation on the 12-hour. Bi-daily, let's see. Bi-daily is still suggesting upside. Okay, this is where it's starting to get a little tricky. Okay, now let's look at the 3-day. 3-day is suggesting massive upside. 5-day is suggesting upside even still. This is on purpose. I'm trying to get you confused, okay? I am really trying to mess with your psychology, okay? I want you to know what you're talking about. So if we're looking at a downside continuation per the biggest capitulatory event being the third test, but our momentum is suggesting that we can continue to the upside starting from the bi-daily and aggressively. What could that mean? That means that our downside is limited. That means that our downside could be, if you're looking at, let's see, the daily chart, right? This is going to be the end of it right here, okay? So the daily chart is suggesting that we can continue to the downside. So the distance between here and this 14-day simple is kind of big, okay? So let's just take a fib and see what we have, okay? So actually, we're going to take a fib from the overall range entirely, okay? So top of the range to the bottom of the range, and we can see that the knot 618 is just below this gap and could potentially be used for a type of long trade from this position, okay? So there is now the possibility that we can actually break out on test number 3 and make a huge bull trap, literally landing at about the 2.272 at these candles over here and this resistance and the 2.618. Okay, let me draw that trend line so you can see just how confluent that is. Okay, check it out. Look at all this. Okay, look at the supports, resistances. Okay, so resistance is over here, resistance here, support. Okay, gap right here as well. My goodness. All right, so now this is a tricky play and I'm very happy that I got to do it for you. What are we going to rate this? So now that we know that we have a limited downside for literally the next 3 days and then potentially an upside based on the market capitalization and the shares on float, what are we rating this trade? What are we going to rate it? Chat, let me go ahead and know on the chat right over here what we have, okay? So this is ticker symbol VLTA, and I already have my rating, okay? So I want you to know, I want you to rate this one alongside with me. Let's see how tight we are together as a group, okay? Let's see what we got. Chat, let me know Okay, so Samantha saying nope, this one is too sticky. Indra saying B for a long. Okay, so let's see. J Pong saying yeah, I made some nice money on GNS. Cool stuff, guys. Go ahead and continue rating this ticker, guys. What are we gonna rate it? And also, would you trade it? Okay, so this could be a very tricky one. Cryptic Trader coming in with a C plus for longs. Okay, so now T-Wood is saying 12-hour. Is it a two trading days? The 12-hour, it takes kind of, I would say, about 2 to 3 maybe trading sessions before a continuation, right? So Mark Roach saying he gives this a B. Samantha saying I said B plus, but the psychology, that is absolutely a good point. You're very sharp, Samantha. So let's go ahead and now just come into the actual rating of which I believe. Okay, please don't take my word for it. Just go ahead and you believe the way that you want to. Okay. I for a fact, guys, I don't like the fact that we are at that tiny float and we don't have a good enough market capitalization. Okay, so now Beso Amy saying C long, B for shorts. Okay, very interesting, because yes, we are gonna have to go ahead and include the short positions here as well. Okay, you guys. So now George T saying C, and let's see, Chris with a B plus. Chris, let me know, B plus for who though? Are you looking at a B plus for the shorts or for the longs? Because we have two positions here that can actually be lucrative for. I mean, one of them would be more lucrative than the other, because the short position could actually end up going down to the not 618 at about 68 cents from the current position of 86 cents. So that's still pretty good. George T saying C long. Let's see. Let's see. What's up, Mr. J? And Chris saying B plus for the shorts. Okay, so if I can go ahead and put in my 2 cents here, I don't think that I would rate this anything more than a C. Okay, and the C is neutral, very neutral for the longs. Okay, so let's go ahead and now note this down. We're gonna go ahead and just, so if you guys see the signal for the shorts, go ahead and put it down right now. But I am looking at a C rating for the longs. Okay, now for the shorts, let's go ahead and talk about the shorts real quick. Okay, the trade looks like it can actually make a pretty good percentage. So let's see. You're looking at about a 20% gainer, 21% gainer on the short position to the NOT 618 at 68.16. Okay, so to be honest with you, I would give this a C plus for the shorts, in my personal opinion. Okay, now there's a lot of you who already guessed that C, so very, very good. George T, I definitely see you in there. Samantha, I know you had a lot with that psychology, so you were right on it too. Okay, very good, very good. Beso Amy, absolutely within that as well. Now Indra, that was my first guess. Honestly, I was gonna try to do a B as well, but I don't like that it's a risky play. That's my point. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just note down that we got that the C plus for the shorts. Okay, because honestly, these things tend to go down more often than not. Okay, and as it is a risky play, the risk is to the downside, which is why the plus. Okay, so Beso Emo, you were very close on this. So let's go ahead and give this a C plus for the shorts and move on to the next ticker. We're going to change the color on this and move along. Okay, very good team, family. You guys got it down very, very nicely. Okay, so let's go ahead and now move on to that next ticker, which is actually going to be ticker symbol Zella. Okay, and this is XELA. So if you guys are not familiar with this ticker, I know a lot of people have been talking about this for some time. Add a pair of dice, she said. Let's see. So if we have do I even have that? That would be interesting to see. Let's see. You guys see it in there somewhere? I don't think we have dice up in here, but you know what? It's gonna be interesting because I can actually add images. That's a very good touch. Okay, so I'm gonna add images into this next time. That's a good touch, Bae. So thank you so much. All right, so let's so let's go ahead and now officially end ticker symbol. Well, that was VLTA, right? So VLTA ended at 10:38. Let's go ahead and now move on. Okay, you guys. So I want to just make sure that everybody knows that I want to look out for how you trade things, and this is why I want to show you how how I kind of do it, right, in a more discretionary manner, all right? So now 10:38 p.m. Oh, thank you, Mark, for ticker symbol Zella. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started now, guys. Chat, thank you so much for being there. I know I'm not paying that close of attention, but I will absolutely look here and there, okay? So make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Now let's move on. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at the macro time frame here, okay? Now the indicator that you're looking at presently, I'm just going to go ahead and view and block the visibility, right? So this indicator that you're looking at is actually part of the Crypstex indicator set as well. This is called ARC trend line. Okay, so that it gives you actually the previous lows, it gives you a previous highs, it gives you new higher highs and all that stuff. Okay, it actually gives you the potential connectors of trend. This is something that is it really, guys? Is my audio really cutting off? Chat, go ahead and type in, let me know in the chat with A's. Throw some A's in the chat if my audio is still okay. All right. Cal L is saying to make sure to join us in the Discord. The link is included in the description below. Thank you, Cal. And, okay. So type in the A's in the chat if this audio is still okay. All right. Thank you so much. Moderator Hound, Moderator DJ, thank you so much for that. Indra saying it's okay. Okay, perfect, guys. The audio is still good in Cal L. Definitely make sure to maybe reboot your Wi-Fi or something, as though that could be a connectivity issue and not an audio issue, okay? Thank you, Jay. So let's go ahead and now move on with ticker symbol Zella. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing up the ARC-Series, the ARC trend line from the Crypstex indicators is because this showed us a lot of relevance. Okay, first of all, we saw here in a macro trend that it actually gave us the top side of what was a broadening descending wedge. Okay, now if we just go ahead and zoom in a little closer, this in particular right here is a triangle. So we can actually see that we're validating that we're moving in a geometrical format. Okay, so this ticker is respecting geometry. All right, another thing here to notice is that this in particular is a macro scale, right angled. It's actually an ascending triangle in a sense, okay? So this ascending triangle usually happens to be a bearish signal, okay? And it did succeed its downside. Now, by taking a trend line from the top of the triangle to the lowest point of the triangle and applying it to the breakout candle, you can actually see that it actually stopped right around there. We have lots of touches upon this in resistance too. Okay, so very good stuff that we can see that we're trading within geometrical levels. So this is what the ARC trend line can kind of do for us, okay? So now let's go ahead and see what's going on in the shorter term time frame. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Okay, so this is one that I have not rated just yet. Okay, you guys, I want to just express I want to express that to you, is the fact that I have not rated this, okay? So let's continue our analysis here, and you can see that we're on a right-angled triangle right now, so that means that we have a horizontal, perfectly horizontal line down here, and we have the hypotenuse located right up here, which is how we can take the price objective per this formation, okay? So we take that trend line all the way to the lowest point of the triangle, and then we apply it to the supposed breakout zone, which usually tends to be at about 70-75% to the apex of the triangle. In this case, you can actually see that the take profit zone is taking us to a very confluent area, actually. Please look at these candle iterations here from 2022, December 16th. And all the way up to December 19th. Okay, so there is a lot of relevance within the take profit zone here. This particular formation can be traded to the downside as well. It does not have one direction. Okay, this can actually be traded both ways. In this case, we can actually see that 480, so 4 cents would be the lowest area that this can go. Historically speaking, we don't have anything below there. Okay, as everything is facing, just continuous 52-week lows in a sketchy market, right, you guys? So now let's validate the upside or downside. What are we doing? So obviously we're touching down at that support. So now let's go ahead and load up momentum. Let's see what it's got for us, okay? All right. Let's start off with the immediate short-term time frame, just like we always do. Okay, so we have now just sideways trading. The position of the RSI signal in the 14-day simple moving average is well within the strength. Okay, the bear strength percentile. Okay, so. And we have been using that 14-day simple as that form of resistance on the way down. Okay, so it looks like we've tried to break it, but we're still not able to do it. Let's go ahead and move up. Bi-hourly. The bi-hourly is suggesting slight downside and absolutely downside from the 14-day. The RSI signal is now within that very, very, very deep areas of the bear weakness percentile and that gravitational zone, meaning that we can actually face a downside continuation. Let's go to the 6-hour and see what it's got for us. 6-hour has a very small pivot here. That means that there's a loss in bear here, but it's still suggesting the downside, and it's actually more on the lower end of the bear weakness percentile than it is to the higher end, which means that we're getting closer and closer to that 42-cent level. Okay, so 42% level, sorry, which would essentially be that gravitational zone. Okay, 2% up of any zone, 2% down. Okay, that would be your gravitational zones. Okay, I want to be as clear as I can be. I want to give you guys real life knowledge here. Okay, so if we're looking at now the 12-hour, and that the 12-hour is suggesting a downside as well, or a little bit sideways, but please remember your position before we say the next thing. Okay, the position is right at that gravitational zone. We're at 41.36%, meaning we're right in it. Okay, the downside could be very likely there, but it's losing the bear strength. Okay, meaning that the pivot is not aggressive. Okay, let's go to the buy daily. So if we're looking at all these time frames suggesting some slight sideways, and now the buy daily suggesting downside, let's go ahead and look at that 3-day actually. What would this actually mean, right? So the 3-day looks like this is where we would start to see some type of recovery. Let's go ahead and see the 5-day suggesting, let's zoom in. Okay, the 5-day is now making a brand new bearish cross below that 14-day moving average, and we're absolutely in massive oversold. But let's look at historically how oversold we can get, okay, because that could be a guide for us. Please notice that we can reach within the 5 percentile. This is 3.41% that we can reach of oversold for Zella. Okay, so there is just basically telling you that there is still room for the downside, although it's not directly like kind of iterating it, or it's not giving it to us clearly, right? So now let's go back again and review. Sideways on the 30-minute, bi-hourly sideways. Okay, critical position in that gravitational zones. 6-hour sideways, critical position in that gravitational zone as well. 12-hour is now making the bearish cross, absolutely in critical gravitational zone, which means a downside could be imminent. Let's look at the daily. The daily now is suggesting a continuation to the downside, but looks like it could be temporary. But however, this is still quite significant. And if we've ever done anything, it's like we can actually fail this for a while. Look at this iteration here between October 10th and November 7th. We can actually fail the 14-day and then reclaim it. Okay, so there is the potential to where we can use it as a temporary failure and then a continuation to the upside. So don't be fooled by the short distance from the RSI signal to the 14-day. Okay, so this means that this may actually want to do this 4-cent level, okay, or near to the 5-cent drop. Okay, so that's what everything is suggesting. Let's just see if we have some suggestions from our moving averages, okay? We have now converted the SMA 10 into resistance, okay? Now, I bet you anything, if we turn on the exponential moving averages 7 and 30, the 7-day will be above us as well. Here's the 7-day above us, right at the resistance of this top candle. So now we have lots of resistance here, okay? So the confusing part is that we're not at that 70% yet. Okay, so which means that if we are looking at the daily and the buy daily for a continuation to the downside, that means that it very well mean that we can actually trade this range for a while and eventually get to that middle area and maybe look at that downside. But don't take my word for it. I want to know what you think, okay? So the downside targets that I'm looking at for right now, let's go to the daily, okay? And see what we have, because there's a lot of people wanting to load Zella because it's so cheap and it's so low, 52-week lows, okay? So this is the reason why some people want to load up on it in hopes that this can actually make it to the upside. All right, so let's go ahead and now look at the bottom targets. So please notice that we do have the 4-spot 236 in direct correlation with the downside target at that 4 or 5 cent zone. I have 483 and we have 482 on the trend line. Very, very interesting that it can be that close. So now, because we're that close to that bottom side, this is why we can now make a range of support from the 4-spot 618 to that 4-spot 236, okay? And this is our support range that I am looking at for the next few sessions, okay? So 4-spot 236 at almost 5 cents to about 454. So essentially the mid 4 would be that bottom side level before a bounce, okay? So this is going to be kind of a trek to the upside and very difficult for us to recover. All right, so I know Zella has been making some nice moves over here, but please know that the downside may actually be inspired or fueled by a liquidity trap of sorts. Okay, so a lot of people look at this as a bullish signal, but please notice that we are sometimes, when it is on a downtrend, after a downtrend, we could only assume that the downside is more probable. We would have to validate it more with other things. Okay, so now that we know that the downside is more probable, what are we looking at for, and you know what, let's just rate this for the shorts, okay? Let's just look real quick at the company specifics. We have a market capitalization of about a very small 8.9 million, and about okay, so the float is about, I know there's a lot of manipulation and stuff, don't take it like that, okay? So please know that there is 121 million on the shares on float. Okay, so now if you take into consideration that a lot of people have been studying Zella for the last like 2 years, or I don't know, a year and a half maybe. I don't know how long it's been trading, but I know I have a couple people on Twitter who have been looking into this for quite some time, because apparently there's some fundamental stuff that could eventually lead this thing to have an explosive move to the upside. Okay, but in this case, for the immediate short term, meaning the next week or two, what are we looking at? What are we rating this for you know what? Let's do it. Longs and shorts. Chat, let me know what we're doing. So this is going to be for the short side. We'll put shorts, and we'll make another one for the longs. Okay. So let me know, chat. What are we gonna rate this? And let's change the color into green, of course, and then finish up this analysis. Okay, so Cryptic Trader saying F this. Okay, so for longs, obviously, you're giving me an F. Let's see, Mark Roach saying F. Cryptic Trader F the shorts because there's no room. It's too risky. Very, very smart. Very smart, okay? I was going to touch on that as well. Very clever. Very clever. I love it. Okay. DJ saying I wouldn't touch this one either way. So an F. Very interesting. Very smart too. Okay. Hound. Moderator Hound saying I can't give an objective grade for Zella. She took my money, took my car, started telling her friends, and she's going to be a star. She's going to be a star. Damn. All right. So Hound. That I already see the bias in it though. So Mark Roach saying March 8th, 2015 since Zella trades. Well, okay, Mark Roach saying F. And let's see, J Pong saying Zella is like the Titanic. It will never come above sea level again. All right, now Mark Roach saying March 8th, 2015, Zella trading. Okay, so yeah, I know a couple of friends who have at least been trading it for about a year and a half, maybe even 2. So now basically Amy saying tough. Upside could be explosive. Now, what do we trade on? Do we trade on hopium? Do we trade on could be? Or do we trade on probabilities, right? Remember, we want to trade on probabilities here, okay? So if we're looking at the probabilities being to the downside with a heavy trek to the upside, what are we trading? What are we giving the shorts? Because somebody actually presented a very, very interesting thing here earlier, saying that it's too risky either way. So meaning that a lot of people can see this as macro scale overextended to the downside. So now meaning that the upside could be explosive, but it's very speculative and very tiny. right? So this can literally, I mean, you put what? You put a cool $10,000 into this thing will go here, you know? Not financial advice. Do not do that, okay, you guys? So basically, Amy saying tough. Upside could be explosive. Yeah, I saw you said that. So now EM9 saying D and D. All right, so basically, Amy, rub rabbit foot looks like GTII and COSM. I like pain. So now Mark Roach saying F for Zella. So let's go ahead and rate this now per my, just for me, okay? Shorts, I'm gonna give this a D plus. Meaning that this could be a ridiculous play for you to consider continuing shorting, knowing the risks. Okay, so I'm going to give it a D plus, meaning that you are going to break even if you get caught up on this. D plus means break even. D and D minus means minimal risk and maximum risk being lost. Okay, we're not going to use F on this one, guys. I know we're using F just as a joke and stuff, but let's go ahead and rate between D minus and A plus. Okay, so now the longs, of course. So of course we're going to do the minimum rating here because I do think that this would be a D minus play, okay, for the longs in particular, okay? So shorts, the D plus, remember, the plus is because I think it's going to be break even. All right, so DJ saying D minus for who, my bro? D minus, Cryptic Trader saying D minus, D minus. Good stuff, guys. Longs are absolutely, you guys. That's right. Longs would be D minus for sure. Okay, so yeah, you guys, this is what we're essentially looking at for ticker symbol Zella. So Cryptic Trader saying for both. I agree with you, man. Just I know the reason why I'm saying is D plus is because there's gonna be short sellers in this no matter what, and they're gonna try to get in as retail short sellers. I'm not talking about institutional. I'm talking about amateur, and they'll try to get in this and essentially break even. Because as you can see, look at these swings. You know, I mean, look at that. It's just like, it's like, here, we're going to short it here. And then it just goes up and you're break even. You know, like what happened? So there's a lot of room for downside, a lot of room for upside in this. That was very good for ticker symbol Zella community. Thank you so much for grading this with me. We are looking at 10:55 p.m. ending officially that ticker symbol Zella. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look into ticker symbol SPYR. Okay, so that's an interesting symbol for us to take a look at. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here's the chart. And there's a lot of good things for us to learn here as well. Okay, I love that we have this ticker here because this has played some geometry pretty nicely. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the time here for ticker symbol SPYR. So moderator Cal, this is actually in respects to the Alex G saying at Arca, my apologies for not staying till the end. Got to tend to something at home. Nice TA, my brother. Please, I didn't know that you were still here. That was a long time and a heavy commitment. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. I really hope to see you here. Maybe you don't have to stick around that long, right? Just go ahead and chill, say hi, whatever. But usually I stream for about almost 3 hours. So be very careful with that, my bro. Have a good night. Be safe and be well. Okay, we'll talk soon. All right, so yeah, so let's see. Mark Roach giving me that the start officially of, yeah, man. Thank you so much, Alex. That's very kind of you, my friend. Thank you. And please go ahead and know that Arca can be found per moderator Cal at Arca Bulls at Twitter. Okay, you guys, the links are included in the description below. Thank you so much, Alex. Have a good night. Guys, let's go ahead and open up this window just for a quick sec because it's getting a little ridiculous up in here. Let's just go ahead and give me like 15 seconds. Let me just open up that window. Just a sec, guys. And we are back. Team, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much. It was getting a little hot up in here. So yes, let's go ahead and start off now. With that, Mark Roach keeping the Arca in line. Thank you so much, my bro. So now you can see, you guys, that even the moderators and the future moderators are keeping Arca on the ball. Okay, you guys. So now you know that we are actually a whole team. We are actually a whole family, and we are looking out for each other here. Okay, you guys. Sebastian Lim, I will absolutely take a look at that ticker symbol HLBZ next. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get over this SPYR. Okay. We're officially starting it at, let's see, 10:58 p.m. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you so much, my bro. So, all right. DJ, have a good night, my bro. Be safe, be well. I will catch you. I'll catch you at the Bell Mañana, right? Be safe, my bro. Moderator, DJ, everybody say goodbye and have a good night. All right. So let's go ahead and now move on. Officially starting SPYR at 10:58 p.m. And in the macro time frame, 3-day, we're going to notice that we're in the descending channel, right? Very good stuff. We do have the what I meant by market geometry is that we have a right-angled ascending broadening wedge here, okay? So usually this is particular to the downside. Okay, so now how can we take the downside price objective per a right-angled broadening ascending wedge? Well, we can do that per the breakout candle, okay? So it would be essentially this one here. So we take the trend line from that bottom level to the top of that broadening wedge, and then we can apply it right to the breakout zone, which can be really anywhere, right? So in this case, let's go ahead and apply it right there and take a look at that final take profit be exactly respected, just like the formation was suggesting before a massive bounce, okay? Now, another thing to notice here is that it absolutely used the bottom side actually of the channel as that support line before coming back up and potentially testing that resistance range. Okay, so this is how these things trade. This is how it goes, all right, you guys? So very good. And another thing to notice here is that particular to the Crypstex ARC-Armor indicator, we actually did get that short signal right up here. And when was that dated? That was dated on April 29th, 2022 on the 3-day chart, okay, at the opening of this candle. So that means that if you took its consideration at, let's see, 52.25, so that's 0525. So so just at about 5 cents, you actually would have kind of saved yourself a lot here. Okay, so this thing dropped. Let's just see how far it dropped. Okay, so we're looking at from the opening of the candle all the way to where we are. Actually, you know what? We'll just take it here to be fair to where the take profit was. That is, okay, are we going to get that suggestion? There it is. It's a minus 75% loss, you guys. Man. That is broader market loss, okay? That is house loss. Be very careful with things like this, okay? So now, very curious thing here is that we got a long signal printed very close to each other and a short signal, okay? And it was very accurate too. We got that long signal printed on the 3-day at the opening of this candle right over here, which is at about, let's see, 109, okay? 0109. And we got that upside move, and it is shorted. It gave us that short signal at the top of this 3-day iteration, which is, let's see, at about 0135. So definitely a good 6-day, 9-day scalp right here. And then it continued on to the downside per the short signal. Okay, and it's still respecting that short signal as well. Please notice that we do have the downside a little more relevant. Sorry, guys, I know the car's passing by. It's just the window's open now, and it got a little hot in here, right? So yeah, that downside right here is potentially at, let's see, 2 zeros and 6 7. Okay, if this is going to continue in this manner per the ARC-Armor indicator. Okay, and please notice that the waves, that the exponential moving averages are still honoring nothing but red here. Okay, this is just a quick reminder. Please go ahead and send me a DM or message me or email me regarding the subscription packages of these indicators, okay, as they are available to you. So now let's go ahead and now look at the validations for the downside. First of all, macro perspective suggesting massive downside on that momentum. Okay, so let's go ahead and now look at the micro timeframes like we always do. Okay, Let's see. Load sometime. All right. So the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame has made now a bearish cross below that 14-day simple, and now entering the the bear strength percentile. So let's go ahead and look at the buy hourly. Mr. J is getting hot in here. Oh my goodness, man, it was. So it looks a little, okay, guys, if you ever gonna see any type of algorithmic trading, let me just show you what that looks like on the RSI and price action together. It's that never happens. Okay, so humans don't do that, and they don't do this either. Okay, we're talking about perfectly horizontal lines here. No. Humans do that in architecture. Humans do that in building blocks, not in price movement. Okay, it does not happen in candle structure like this organically. Okay, so we're looking at manipulation, not manipulation. It would just be algorithmic trading and potentially algorithmic trading within a very short range in a short period. Okay, so this is interesting to see. That's right. Base OEM is saying machines at work. That is absolutely right. This is a quick little panic sell here down to 2 zeros and 7.9, and let's go ahead and continue it. Please notice that your RSI signal sitting dead in the grips of the bear strength percentile. Slight suggestion to the downside, and we can see that we've been using that simple 14-day simple as that resistance range. Okay, and still suggesting the downside. Let's go to the 6-hour and see what we got. Okay, so the 6-hour time frame suggesting massive aggressive downside as well, absolutely using that 14-day as that resistance and a continuation to the downside. The 12-hour is suggesting massive downside approaching the border. Okay, so I'm saying approaching because it's not quite there. I will show you how not quite there it is. Okay, look. All right, so this is why we can tell that we're deep in the gravitational zone, which is essentially just going to have us capitulate to the downside. Okay, so this is very much in line to what we're looking at in the 3-day chart. Okay, so daily now suggesting a continuation to the downside, absolutely in that critical gravitational zone, suggesting that downside as well. Okay, by daily also downside, and now getting this is actually well within the grips of the bear strength percentile. 3-day we already saw in suggesting that downside, 5-day downside, and weekly downside. And it doesn't look like it's ever gonna freaking recover. My goodness. So the quarterly chart is showing us that we're gonna trade sideways. All right, guys. This is very interesting. If you were trading Arc Armor on the quarterly, you would have gotten your signal right up here at the opening of this candle at 51 cents. And it has not recovered, not even for this. All right, so Arc Armor on point with ticker symbol SPYR. Okay, so now that we know that there is literally no hope for any type of longs within the ticker symbol SPYR, and also let's go ahead and take into account the tests of our channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and mute or view the visibility. I'm sorry, block the visibility of Armor. There we go. So let's take a look at what we have here. Test 1, 2 of the resistance. We have, this was actually probably a fake out. Okay, so if we're, oh, sorry, the 3-day. Come on, guys. You got to catch up. Here we go. Test 1, 2, 3. And then a huge capitulation event. These were all bull traps right here, okay? This was also a bull trap. Oh, man. It actually failed that test number 4. Actually, no, this was test 4. And that means that actually if we did come back for a test 5 eventually, it would break out. Okay, so why did it fail that test number 4 is the question now. Okay, so we're looking at test 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the reason why it failed it was because of the right-angled broadening ascending wedge presenting us a buy formation. Okay, so if we can acknowledge the fact that there is a formation within a formation, then there are 2 groups of people that are trading it in 2 different ways, meaning that the smart trader would definitely have to be kind of like in tune or wise to the potentials of the downside here. Okay, you guys, so that's what we're looking at for ticker symbol SPYR. Now everything starting from the genesis at 30 minutes micro time frame is suggesting the downside. 15-minute, let's see, slide upside on the 15-minute and slide upside on the 5-minute, and those are not credible because they're well within the danger zone here. Okay, so that gravitational zone, we're going to face that downside. So this is nothing but downside. So we're only going to rate for the shorts here. Let's look at the company financials. Let's look at what they got, okay? So let's see, 2.8 million market cap, right? And we have the shares, the float is at 337 million. Very interesting, which makes me curious as to, have they ever done a type of a reverse split or something? Have they always... Oh, no, that's right. It wouldn't do that. Okay, so yeah, you guys, so wow, this is a really high float, and it could be speculative too. All right, so I'm looking at nothing but downside for this. So let's rate it just for the shorts. What are we talking about? So M9, you're talking about B and D minus for the longs, very good. B minus for the shorts, very good. Okay, so what else do we have, guys? What else do we have? Let's see. Mark Roach saying SPYR looks like a train wreck. Absolutely. SPYR descending, a descending wedge. Yes, I do see it here too on the 3-day as well. Or a falling wedge, right? So this is absolutely a continuation pattern as well. Sometimes when you can see these, good eye, my brother. Sometimes when you can see these macro formations like this, actually it would be something more along the lines of this here. And let's make that trend line and see if we can see this. It's absolutely in accordance. So Mark Roach, thank you so much for that, my bro. That is very intuitive of you, and it is suggesting that downside where I was saying similar. It's very much in line with it. So we're looking at a support range of about 2065 to about 2063, maybe 62. Okay, so very correlated here. Good eye, my friend. So now let's see. Cal L saying taking a long position in this one just because it's so ugly. Oh man, let's go long. Oh man, so seeing that we're gonna be at 2 zeros and 6.5, guys, let's dump $300 into this and go to the moon. Oh man, ticker symbol SPYR. Let's go ahead and rate it, you guys. Now that we know, let's rate it for the shorts, okay? Not for the longs, just for the shorts. So let's see. Besso Amy saying, I feel better already. I'm not in this one. Was A for shorts. Okay, so redheaded stepchild. Oh my goodness. So yeah, guys, this is nothing but downside and guaranteed downside. Please remember that we are going down to, I mean, these are fractions now, okay, you guys. So we're going down into very, very dangerous areas. Meaning, before you rate your shorts, definitely know that if somebody decides to dump in here like freaking $5,000, this thing will do one of these moves, you know. You know what I mean? So be careful with this. I'm not actually being serious by $5 grand. I don't know how much it would take to actually move this, but seeing since this is so tiny, this can be manipulated very easily. Okay, so now let's rate the shorts, knowing that the risks are there. What are we giving for the shorts? I'm gonna go ahead and so chat, chime in. Let me know what the shorts should be looking at here. Okay, so this is particularly for short positions. Okay. So shorts only, okay? And what is that rating, you guys? Let's go ahead and throw it in the chat. What are we telling the shorts that they should do here? All right. So if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to put my own rating on this for you, okay? So for the shorts, moderator Hound giving me a B, okay? Beso Amy giving me also a B for the shorts. Let's see. So Mark Roach giving me a rated Z. Very clever again, my bro. And if I'm going to give you, and let's see, Chris giving me a C plus for the shorts, okay? Very interesting, very good stuff, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give you my personal touch on the short positions here, okay? So I'm going to give this actually a C minus. And the reason why I'm going to give it a C minus, but please remember, it's just my opinion, okay? Everybody's opinion matters here, okay? But in my personal take, the C minus is for that very reason that I gave you. Okay, so this could essentially start moving down to the next geometrical level and then bear trap, at any given moment because of the tiny, I mean, it's worth so small, that this thing can actually rocket ship on anything. right? So we'll just give this thing a couple like a couple pieces of trash and then a couple hamburgers from the trash can from yesterday, and then this thing will rocket ship. You know what I mean? So we don't want that either. So for our short bias traders, I don't want you guys to feel that you can make a serious amount of money because this thing just has like infinite downside to go. With infinite downside comes massive upside too. Okay, so be very, very careful. As you can see here, we were traveling for 1,000,000% down, and then bam, this thing went up because somebody put in $4 into this thing. Okay, so you don't want the next schmo putting in freaking $15.35 and this thing rocket ships. Okay, be very careful. So the shorts, C- for the shorts. Okay, you guys, very good stuff. Very good. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol HLBZ and see what we got. Sebastian Lim, thank you so much for that for that donation, my friend. All right, so let's see what we got. A cryptic trader giving a B for the shorts. That could be possible, man. I'm just afraid of that upside. Okay, so yes. Let's go ahead and now move on to that ticker symbol HLBZ for Sebastian Lim. GNS, right? Yeah, well, okay, you know what? Because there's so many ratings for GNS, we'll go ahead and touch on GNS next and see what we got after HLBZ, okay? Cash Buyer, thank you so much for stepping in, reminding the boy about that stuff. All good. So we're going to officially end ticker symbol SPYR at 11:13 p.m. Guys, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer, and everything will be good. Okay, you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and now note that we're going to be looking at that ticker symbol HLBZ for Sebastian Lim. We're going to officially start this at 11:14. Moderators, go ahead and keep an eye on the chat as I will now take it. I'm sorry, I will now take it into account. Cash Buyer, love you too, buddy. Thank you so much. Sebastian Lim, you got it, my friend. Mark Roach, 11:13, perfect. Got it, and good. All right, so let's see, HLBZ, let's type it in and get our analysis rolling. Okay, so this was the one from the last live, so we want to just make sure that we got it. 11:14 HLBZ, thanks, Mark. We are good. Okay. So just like we said the last time, guys, we were looking at the potential of a retest, actually. So this is not a candle, okay? This was just my price objective per this formation, okay? So which would usually be found right up here. And the second objective was actually made by taking into consideration the breakout, the second more popular. Literally the only other option is to take the trend line from the top of the triangle upon the breakout, right, to the lowest point of the triangle, and then we apply it to that breakout point. And you can see that the thing disappears because it actually closed right at it. Okay, so that upside objective was met. So now to not confuse anybody, let me just get rid of this because it was just for the example the last time, okay? The last time I was talking about this, I thought that we were actually going to face a resistance or a support level of about that 13-cent zone before a continuation to the upside. And to tell you the truth, I did not see that we can actually move lower even yet. So this was actually a miss on my part, unless I did say that we were going to go back to the 1.618, which is absolutely there, which is rare that sometimes I wouldn't say that, right? So yes, we're going to look at ticker symbol GNS next. Okay, so now guys, let's see what's happening within this. Okay, so particular to the daily chart, we are making a bearish cross here. Okay, so now we're going to convert. Let's make this a little larger. Okay, we're going to now convert the 14-day simple moving average as a form of resistance alongside the gravitational zone. Okay, so now we have a heavy amount of resistance on the RSI. And let's just go ahead and take a look at what we have on the immediate short-term time frames, because please notice that every moving average now is serving as a resistance for us, okay, as well as the 1 fib, and let's see, just under the 0.786 as well as a resistance, okay? Huge spinning top doji here, signaling indecision, okay? Why is it facing indecision? Well, it's because we've already arguably done the 4 tests of that triangle, okay? So that doesn't mean that we can't actually come back down to that 10-cent level and then recover. If we need to test the bottom side of the support of a triangle because it's so small, then so be it. It should be fine, okay? So the breakout, if the breakout actually happened at a pretty good area too, 70, 75%, arguably 80. Okay, so this is very much playing the way it should, except it's diving a little lower than it should. Let's go to the immediate short term. 30-minute suggesting immediate upside, okay? And now it has it has that 14-day simple moving average as a support below us. Let's go to the bi-hourly and continue on our analysis so we can finish this up. Bi-hourly suggesting upside, and it looks like it does have a limited upside, okay? So let's find out why, though. Let's see the 6 hour. The 6 hour looks like it's actually well within that gravitational zone. So this could be at a risk for a continuation to the downside, okay? Now, let's see here. In the gravitational zone as well, right here in the 12-hour chart, which means that a continuation to the downside is more probable. The bi-daily is suggesting that downside as well. Very, very close like the daily, but this has not made the cross just yet, okay? But please notice that we are below the gravitational zone, so our saving salvation here is actually kind of gone, which means that now we would only have to rely on that 14-day simple by itself for a recovery to the upside, okay? Now let's go to the 3-day. 3-day suggesting downside with a fairly new cross below the 14-day moving average, okay? So this can suggest a continuation. And now the 5-day, let's see. 5-day is also slightly to the downside, a little bit of consolidation, but please always remember your position of the RSI signal, okay? Your RSI signal right now is sitting at about 32.54, which means that it's just above the 2% threshold of the gravitational zone. So we are starting to feel that anomaly here, okay? So this looks like there could be very, very short-term upside, which is now telling me, based on that spinning top doji, that the longs are going to actually try to take this ever so slightly to test the opening of this candle at about 1251, maybe even to the closing of this candle right over here to about 1272 before a continuation to the way down, okay? But if the 30-minute is pretty aggressive, then that would essentially mean that we're going to go ahead and repeat whatever we just did today, come right back up to a resistance zone, and then continue to the downside to test our to test our bottom side support of the falling wedge. Okay, so this is not looking too good for HLBZ. Okay, be very careful, Sebastian Lim. All right, so the 15.7 is where it closed on the after hours. Okay, so we can tell that by what? How is that possible, bro? It's showing here that we closed at 12:34. Sebastian saying that it closed at 15. Let me see where 15 is. 15.7. What? How is it? No, dude, this thing is definitely showing me it. And if it did close at 15.7, we're okay. So 15.7 would put us directly in the golden pocket, which would be a bullish thing. But every momentum indicator and everything is against us. Every moving average, momentum, downside, inside of the wedge, upside resistance, like everything is down. Price action, I'm talking about price action, discretionary, momentum, moving average, everything is suggesting the downside, bro. So I don't know where you're seeing that 15, but I am definitely showing that the after hours market was 1234 and market was 1231. Okay, so be very careful with what you're seeing here, but I'm gonna still favor the downside for this. Okay, let's look at the company financials. Okay, so it went up 25% after hours. So Chris, you're saying 15.7. That could be, guys, if that really did make it on a daily candle to that 15.7, I want to tell you right now that that's probably a bull trap. Okay, so if it is showing, yeah, and it usually shows your targets too. This is very curious, you guys. So sorry that it's not accurate, but for some reason I'm not getting it. So I'm going to tell you right now that if it is at 15.7, that means that your upside is going to be 15.82 before facing a downside, and that would be a huge bull trap. Okay, so this is literally getting, like, if traders know what they're doing, 15.7 puts you at the golden pocket, which is located between the knot 382 and the knot 618. Okay, that's a bullish area. So, but every momentum indicator is suggesting downside. This could be a top side at 1566, best case scenario 1654 before facing a capitulation event. Okay, and now that capitulation event, if we do get that, could actually be to really validate the newly converted resistance of this triangle into support before a continuation. Okay, so Samantha H, spot 157 on TD. Interesting. Okay, because I'm getting a different read on the after hours activity here. Literally right there, 1234. I hate it. Now, if TD is actually allowing you to see something different, I have no idea. Also, what time is it where you are, Samantha? Is it after midnight? No, but it closed there. That's what you're saying. It closed. Okay, so yeah, that's my touch on this. Okay, you guys. So we're not gonna grade HLBZ, okay, because this one has a little too much of a confusion, because there's I promise you. The masked investor talks. He trades within the TradingView platform. Lots of people do. Okay, so Yusuf, I'm looking at my after hours here, 1234, and then if you look at the closure of market, it's 1231 for TradingView, which is very interesting. Actually, you know what? Let me look at my Webull as well, as I'm very curious over what this is showing. Okay, so let's see what Webull has to say. Of course, I don't have it here. Let me just load it up. HLBZ, there it is. After hours is showing 1530. Huge pump, and it went down to 1129. Look at that. Okay, so if it did go down to 11, let's go back to the daily. So if it did go down to 1129, it's this is the one. Guys, I don't know. I don't understand why this wouldn't show me. Interesting. Okay, we're not going to rate this one. TradingView may not be updated for this. But that could oh my goodness, man. And it actually went all the way up to 1615. And I just told you right now that your top side target in resistance would be the 786 at 1654 before facing downside. So it went up to it. It went up to the 786, just like I said, and it actually came right back down to, let's see, 1530 per Webull. 1530 is literally right below the 5 fib. We're well within the golden pocket. Yeah, wow, interesting. Okay, so cash buyer saying it's going to FOMO, so technicals may not apply. If I don't have the right data, I'm not going to be able to give you anything in the first place. But if there is FOMO to the upside, guys, my targets are still valid. If you're going to pay attention to the upside, which I'm still very hesitant on because I don't have anything tangible to look into that. Okay, let's look at that. Cal-El says to look at the 5 minute and the 1 minute. So let's see. 1234. Like what? Like why would it do that? Let me go into my 1 minute and 1234 on the 1 minute as well. So yeah, that's very curious, you guys. So if you're gonna bet the upside, okay, I already just told you that the trap can happen here at that 0786, which actually went there and rejected. Okay, but if it's gonna FOMO like some are thinking, then the FOMO may actually lead this to two geometrical targets, okay? Because I'm talking about FOMO here. There's no measurement for it. Okay, so if we're 1531, 1530 or 1517, wherever these platforms are suggesting, then that means that it flashed the 15-minute RSI, 30-minute, 1 hour, but not the bi-hourly. Okay, so if we're looking at short-term upside FOMO, then it can invalidate the bi-hourly downside and the 4-hour, meaning that this would be a short-term pump. And I can honestly suggest, maybe very discretionary here, 2254, 2393, and the top side target located right where the SMA 100 is, 3046 to 3201 before an immediate capitulation if the psychological component applies. And I'm talking about if FOMO does it. because everything else is, we would have to take into heavy consideration that this, the price action after hours has not yet reflected, or it won't reflect up to the 4 hours. Okay, so Cash Buyer saying, lots of people talking about pump mañana. David Parr, what do you say? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for showing up, man. So Jay Pong saying something fishy is going on with HLBZ. I'm not going to lie, man. Yeah, this is putting kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Sebastian Lim, be very careful with this one, okay? So now Samantha H saying that the 19-cent target was the one a while ago. Yes, and that was the one spot 618 was the one I was suggesting. So if we're sitting literally here, I'm going to just draw that line one more time, you guys. I'm sorry we're taking so long on this. This is actually something very cool for us to witness all together. That this is very interesting that we're seeing this together. TradingView not being in line. Bro, Cal, if anybody has TradingView, check your TradingView and look. Dude, can you pull up your HLBZ? And tell me if, don't look at it on the daily. Look at it every time frame under the daily would actually give you that that after hours activity, as daily and up would only give you market close, okay? If you're new to the chat, make sure to hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, join us on Discord. We're making some moves over here. We're trying to get everybody educated so we can make some awesome plays, okay? So yeah, Cal, chime in whenever you can, bro. If and when you ever get to it. So Cal L saying it's accurate only on the 1 minute and 5 minute. Double check you have. Are you, what? No. Yeah, I do. That's always. Let's see. Let's see. So symbol, my UTC. Let's go to the trading. Extended hours, price line, or positions and orders. That's interesting. I have the extended hours in. What in the crap? Let's see now. Now that I refreshed, yeah, still 1234. Yeah, so you're definitely, Cal, you're definitely getting the 1531 as well, or the 15 whatever. Oh no, I was wondering if you were looking at it on your TradingView. Sorry. So now Jay Pong is saying that the high is actually 1615, showing me on Thinkorswim. Yeah, so that 1615 was absolutely what I was talking about. Actually, 1654 was the knot 786. Before I even knew that you guys were even that, I was saying that this is likely an area of resistance. It actually resisted right there. So Kal-El saying, yeah, I don't know, reload, maybe it's showing on my side. Okay, so I'm wondering if now it's particular to Arca. What if they're getting to me? Yay, cool. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we can always validate our targets, and also you guys keep me in line as well. Okay, so yeah, this is very interesting. You know what? Another thing we can do is actually just load up a whole new iteration of, or whole new instance, sorry, of HLBZ, just as a whole new thing, you know? And let's see, let's go ahead and put it on log. And this is a brand new chart, 1234. Damn. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. I mean, we can always, I'm not going to do that right now. So yeah, you guys, so definitely, you now know my targets to the upside. We're not going to rate this one because I was shorted information, right? Very, very crappy stuff right here. Okay, you guys. So HLBZ was right there. Okay, so now guys, moderators, do you by chance remember I replied to somebody, and I think I replied to for the next ticker that we were going to look at. I think I replied to, GNS. We're going to look. Zeph, what's up, man? Thank you so much. So 15.3 on Webull. That's what I'm getting too, my dude. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at that GNS. Okay, you guys, I know we talked about it earlier. This is straight FOMO. This is literally what would happen in FOMO. Okay, so let's kind of just see what it did. And oh my goodness, man. Okay, so let's take a Fibonacci retracement from the overall range. Swing high to the swing low, and it went all the way up past the 4 spot 618. So, which is actually making me curious over whether, oh no, the overall range is actually not here. It's still even yet higher. Okay. And actually, if I can, man, FOMO events are really difficult to measure, you guys. So let's go ahead and just take it from really, let's see. from the top of this candle iteration right over here. I'm looking at this candle, where's the break of market structure, and found a support right over here. We bounced and then started the capitulation period officially. Okay, so we can see that the top side went exactly to the 2.618, 226. Let's see the candle top. 224. Very interesting. So it is, the FOMO is following a geometrical target format as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just note that we're starting ticker symbol GNS officially at 11:32 p.m. Okay, so very interesting stuff here, you guys. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so now that we know that we are following a huge geometrical level or a geometrical format, and let's just see historically. We've never gone, of course, we've never gone anywhere this high. We're already just super extended here at 92.50. Let's see the buy daily. Buy daily suggesting massive upside. Okay, so let's just, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and just start it from the immediate short term, okay? And see the potentials. Wow, the 30-minute is now recovering. And let's see the buy hourly. Buy hourly is still suggesting a little bit of an upside, a little weak though. Let's go to the 6 hour. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Still some upside on the 6 hour, but the bulls are losing a little bit of strength. Why? What could that little bit of upside be? We're going to take an iteration of fibs from the daily only next, okay? So now the 12 hour, let's see what it's got. Limited upside on the 12 hour as well, but notice that everything is just overextended. There's no historical value for us to look at, which also presents a huge disadvantage. Okay, so now let's look at the buy daily. Serious upside still to go. 3-day with massive upside still to go. So if we're going to consider, oh, and it stopped right in confluence with all of these supports down here from the wick lows of all of these candle iterations. Very interesting. Okay. So if there is going to be a loading zone for this, it may not actually happen. Man. So expect upon the pre-market, the early pre-market, the European sessions, expect a gap up immediately. So there's not going to be a loading zone for this, guys. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole because of how exhausted this is already. And I'm not saying that it doesn't have any upside left. In fact, it's suggesting that it has massive upside left. But J Pong saying that it also could get halted. Yes, absolutely. And if it does get halted, that area, my friend, you don't want to see the capitulation after that. So David Parr saying to short it. No. I wouldn't suggest shorting this because the upside could be massive and the downside could just it's a gamble is what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm saying that this is just to say, if you're going to enter this trade, you guys, so basically what I'm saying did twice. I would honestly say that this would just be the gnarliest gamble you would ever do, you know. So Mark Roach saying it did get halted today. Jay Pong saying the volume today was insane. Yeah, let me actually look at that. We're going to make this volume profile a little bit brighter as I am curious about this. This also, guys, I'm not going to encourage anyone to grade this either. Okay, this is I don't want to give the newer traders any reason to get into something that's very, very high risk. Okay, so the volume, let me just get this out of the way. 290 million from today's 3-day candle. Okay, so let's go to the daily candle and see overall. 269 million on today's price action. Whoo, my goodness. What is this trading? Let's see. So it's got man, that's a tiny cap. 11.5 million market cap, and you're looking at the share, the float is 10.5. Of course, there's potentially nakeds in this, of course, you know, but oh my goodness, this is massive upside. So guys, I mean, I'm like I said, my promise to you, okay? I'm not gonna give you targets on this like past the 375 that I already said, because this is now highly speculative, and I don't want to start influencing markets, okay? Because I already told you in the last stream that I'm considering stopping streaming on these smaller assets, okay? Because the channel is growing so exponentially that we now kind of have the power to move markets, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm not going to present any more targets aside from where I told you I can already see. But please know that this upside may actually happen during pre-market as well. If FOMO is involved in this, all the limit orders that were in from the prior night are going to trigger, and they're all going to launch this to the moon. Okay, so, wow. Rest assured that if it is going to play per momentum, right, which has nothing to do with FOMO, it's only reflecting what FOMO is. If it doesn't sell off because somebody's in massive profit here that once bought at like 40 cents, I mean, the sell-off can happen at any moment, regardless what the RSI has to say. Remember that, okay? Remember that. My upside fibs are still that 375. I mean, I did, okay, I'm not going to back down. I did say I'm not going to be an Indian giver either, okay? So I did say that we're going to take a fib from the daily. And I just wanted to see if it was in line with resistance, anywhere. Okay, so man, that geometrical target at the 4.618, which I'm not gonna say out loud. You can see it if you want. Okay, I'm not gonna say these targets out loud. I can see the 4.618 having a lot of resistance here. Okay, so it is essentially. In all technical, guys, please watch it with this, okay? Man, I hate that I'm even showing you this because this is now giving me a lot of oh man, wow. So it's literally at the near IPO. The 4.618 is between the 3.618 and the 4.618 is essentially where I'm looking at, okay? And like I said, I'm not going to give these numbers out loud. This is too speculative, and I would suggest my newer traders to stay away. Okay, do not FOMO into this. Okay, so be very careful. All right, so I need you to just be careful. I'm just gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna officially finish GNS at let's see, 11:39 p.m. Okay, you guys. So I just want you to be careful with this because this one has a massive amount of upside. Okay. So delete the VOD, man. Of course, Zephram. My goodness, man. This one is this was a fun one to trade. Zephram, dude. Congratulations, dude. My goodness, man. I'm sure you were able to scalp the crap out of the psychology on this one, man. Infinite upside here, and I'm telling you, every single time frame is still suggesting the upside too. You know, but like I said, guys, it doesn't matter what the RSI has to say when it comes to psychological things like this. Somebody could eventually sell off at any given moment, and this thing can just sell off, which is why I don't even want to talk about targets, which is why I'm telling the newer traders to stay away. The overextension on this is particular to the lower time frames. There's still massive room on the upper term time frames, right? But these upper terms can actually be flashed upon an immediate sell-off in the short term, which is usually where the green, more layman, people trade. Okay, so be careful with this one, guys. Candace Morrison saying, everybody be careful after 5 warrants will be triggered at 517. What? Really? Damn. Oh my goodness. So this thing, no wonder it's ripping. It's just got a lot. Ooh. So J Pong so you have runners in. Guys, there's already people with runners on GNS. My goodness, Lonnie Lake in it. Oh my goodness. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. For those of you who have already traded this, congratulations. You know what I mean? But man, this is first of all, there's not even enough historical value for us to look into anything deeper, right? But my goodness, getting free cash right here. Good stuff. GNS is ended, guys. Let's go ahead and now talk about that ticker symbol ACOR as it was pertaining to Sebastian Lim and B. Okay, so let's pull up ACOR as that was one that I think we saw yesterday. Let's see, ACOR, and yeah, it looks like we were watching it in yesterday's stream as well. Okay, so what did we say? Okay, so the upside that we were looking for came short. Okay, so how short? How short did we come? Let's see. The high was 118. I was thinking maybe 136, which was obviously way too bullish of me. Sorry about that, you guys. My apologies on that. I actually didn't even go through. Did I go over this or no? I'm actually not sure if we even did. Let's go to that 3-day and take a look at this. So now we're going to go ahead and officially start off. Let me make a note of this, of course, guys. I got to make a note. So we finished HLBZ earlier. That's good. And we finished also that GNS. Perfect. And now let's go ahead and notice this for Sebastian and B. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Very, very, very thoughtful of you. Ticker symbol ACOR officially starting at 11:42. Mods, please watch my back. Okay, so perfect. Thank you so much, Mark. Got it. Yeah, so let's look at the macro time frame, of course. And we gave it a B- trade yesterday, okay? So for the longs is why we were saying. So the accumulation, right? Got it. Sorry, guys, now I remember. So we rated this B-, okay? And we rated it B- because we were actually going to come back down for reaccumulation. Now that I understand this, let me see where the moving averages are sitting, okay? This can be actually a shorter. We faced resistance today right at that SMA 100. Okay, so the SMA 100 was potentially a little higher yesterday. Okay, and let's go back down now to the daily and see what we have, okay? So, sorry. I just wanted to see the tests of our channel. Macro scale channel here. So we have 1, 2, and 3 tests, potentially on the 4th test. This was primarily the reason why we were saying that it's a B-, because the upside is very relevant here. Okay, so let's go now down to momentum in the 30-minute. We're going to finish this one off pretty fast because this is a pretty slam dunk. Okay, so let's see. We're facing a little bit of resistance from 2 areas right now. Remember, guys, remember your position. Actually, we've already broken through the 14-day. My goodness. And let's see the percentage where we're sitting at 61.46. A little bit of, this is really aggressive to the upside, which means that we might as well break through that gravitational zone. But I have to just express the risk for the immediate short term. Okay, so there is a risk that this can actually fail for a little bit. But seeing that the 5-minute and 15 minutes are also just they're also just massively pointing to the upside. This is my goodness. Yeah, this is bi-hourly upside. My goodness. 6 hour facing a little bit of resistance. Let's see the 8 hour to see if it can actually bypass that. Yes, it can. The 8 hour is losing steam on the bulls, but always remember that position. We're in that gravitational zone, which can encourage this to continue onto the overbought percentile. 12 hour is officially where it's going to continue. Daily time frame, a little bit of a downside, which means that we can actually face a little bit of resistance here at the 138. That's why I have that there. Now I see. By daily, 3, 5, and weekly are all upside. Okay, so we're going to face a little bit of an upside on the bi-weekly too. My goodness. I'm going to still stick with a B- on this, okay, you guys? I know I'm not asking you to rate this one, guys, but this is already pre-rated, and I'm going to stick by it. Okay, so if you're not in already on this, wait for a pullback, okay? So when I'm talking about a pullback is, let's go to the daily in particular and see this, okay? So the daily is suggesting that downside, okay? Wait for this pullback, as this is likely to happen towards the end of the day. Okay, it's not going to be, you're going to notice that this thing is going to probably rocket ship, okay? But it's going to go to that 136 and face resistance and come back to test this SMA 10, or we're going to validate our newly converted resistance into support right back down to where we are at 98 cents. Okay, so I mean, also remember that upon FOMO, this can be invalidated too. Okay, so definitely know that there could be the possibility of a reloading between the 98-cent zone and about the 87-cent zone, less likely. Okay, so I would honestly wait in between both of those. You know, the best of both worlds here would honestly be at around 92 cents for a reloading and a continuation to the way up. Not financial advice, of course. Okay, you guys, please remember that. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna stick to this, you guys. This thing has massive upside to go, and my targets are already kind of set. Okay, so for the next few days into the end of next week, if FOMO doesn't apply, of course, I'm looking at a top side target of about $2.53 to about $3.71. Okay, so let's go ahead and just make this B minus for the longs, and the reason why I gave it a B minus is because of the company specifics. Okay, we're looking at the $24 million. I'm sorry, my goodness, I can't speak, you guys. 24.31 market cap. And we have the shares, the float, we have it at about 24. It's very small. Okay, so that's high risk. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm giving it a B minus, and I think this can actually continue ripping. Okay, guys. So this is a very, very good trade. Let's go ahead and just notice that this is the a B minus rating. We'll notice that. And we're officially ending ticker symbol ACOR. 11:47 p.m. Very good stuff here, you guys, okay? So, guys, I actually have room for about 2 more tickers. We're going to look at ticker symbol MARA, and we'll see what we can do with that. And the next ticker will be WISA, okay? So we're going to look at those final 2 tickers and make this happen, okay? So, 11:47 p.m. officially ended with a B minus. Good stuff, good stuff. Rating. Okay, all right, so, yeah, I remember... I remember a lot of people were talking about that MARA. Are we still in the same boat with a downside on that, or what were we looking at? Because I'm not sure if I remember exactly what we were saying, right? So ticker symbol MARA, and do I have? Yes, I do. Okay, perfect. And guys, I don't know if anybody has noticed that that you haven't heard the beep from my power supply, and I actually went into the computer and I dusted everything off in there. I dusted the GPU because it's like an 8 gig GPU, right? The graphics processor, and so I have 2 heat sinks that house the 6-core Intel CPUs, right, to make it a 12-core computer. So I dusted the insides of of those heat sinks as well. So and now I opened up the chassis, so it's literally just open down there. And I also removed my my 4 terabyte externals. So there's 2 of them. So I have 8 terabytes in external, right? So I took those off as well. And I'm noticing that the power consumption is a little less, and which is good. So we don't have any type of power issues right now, and I noticed that the central heat has been working as well. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and move on to that ticker symbol MARA, and now let me just go ahead and I know that this was also for DJ and for B. So ticker symbol MARA officially starting at 11:50 p.m. Mods, go ahead and take over the deal right over here. Thank you, Beso. I actually did try to make the best I could of it, right? So, all right. So, yeah, ticker symbol MARA absolutely faced the rejection zone that we were looking for, right? And absolutely continued to the downside. And I did, oh, man. I'm wondering if I actually mentioned that the best case scenario could be the 1.618, but we still have some upside targets here. This could be this could be getting ready for a reaccumulation. Ooh, nice, nice. Okay, so, and also I'm starting to see something on the hourly. Let's see. This is a rare breakout again. This is very similar. I forgot what ticker it was that we were looking at. Oh, FFIE. This is very similar to FFIE, you guys. This is absolutely similar to it. I mentioned in FFIE that we were looking at a very, very rare breakout from an ascending broadening wedge. Okay, so in this case, oh man, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. Okay, so that usually means that the 4th test, if it's not failing it, then that means that the bullish side may take over, okay? And this may continue to the upside. Now, I mean, do remember that the hourly time frame formations don't tend to realize as much or have a lesser strike rate than the formations in the daily or the bi-daily or upper term time frames, right? Even the 12-hour. So yeah, in this case, we can actually see that we are actually succeeding the bearish formation to the upside. Okay, so when this thing turns around, that means that we can find resistance at 1007 from 735 where we are, come back down and test our fourth wave high at about 863 for reaccumulation, and then a continuation to the upside. Okay, so so the immediate short-term time frame momentum is already starting that pivot towards the upside because it's in that loading zone right now. Okay, so let's zoom in just a little bit so we can see what the 30-minute is doing very clearly. Yeah, so this was all loading at the EMA 7 and now following the 30-day exponential moving average. Okay, so it had potentially already figured its downside and now has continued. So 5-minute upside, 15-minute upside, 30-minute upside, hourly upside. All right, so we can face a little bit of resistance, which is natural on the bi-hourly. Let's see why though. 6 hour is it's showing consolidation. Okay, so that is very much pertinent to maybe a resistance top. Daily is showing alongside the 12-hour that we have some sideways. And now this, I'm saying sideways, although it is giving a bullish signal here, is because remember, these little pivots like this, I never give them credit. And also it's well within the gravitational zone, which means that this is likely to maybe fail it and find the 14-day moving average maybe up here tomorrow and find that support from the gravitational zone and the moving average and then continue on to the upside. That's going to be a secondary area for longs to load. I see it, and then also the bi-daily is suggesting that too. Let's see, 3-day a little downside, 5-day a little downside. And okay, so all right. So that validates what I'm looking at, okay? The upside that I'm looking at for this, particular to the next trading session, would essentially be to, I mean, if this is going to be a pretty likely target to hit. I don't want to, there's no certainties here, guys. Never any certainties in the markets. But I want to say that we're likely going to touch the 1.272 to the 1.618. That's 896 to 998, okay? Very big range here as a target, as it is. I mean, it is confluent with a lot of things. Okay, so support touches here, resistance, support, lots of confluent targets. Okay, so this is likely to find some type of resistance here temporarily, though it's not going to be forever. Okay, but what I am looking at is potentially, and this one's a little difficult for me. Okay. There is a likelihood as well that we can use the 2.272, the 3.272 at about 485 to the 3.618 at 1587, 1485 to 1587. Sorry, I know I said it wrong. And this is likely to come back down and test for reaccumulation, not only because this is a buy formation breakout. We're looking at, yeah, this was a complex one. I even mentioned this. It was difficult on January 16th, I think. So now we're looking at a potential tri formation. Okay, so this is the realization of the smaller term time frame ascending broadening wedge, the realization of the fourth iteration resistance touch of the descending channel, and the succession of the broadening descending wedge fourth breakout test. Okay, so it has to touch FOMO. Okay, this is a lot of validation for the upside. If we do touch that upside, okay, which honestly, I mean, keep into consideration your 2.272 and 2.618, 1191 to 1293 as well. Okay, so these three targets are essentially the ones that you need to look for. I'm eyeing that. It's less likely, but I'm eyeing it, though. This one is sticking out to me, okay? So I'm sticking out that $15 zone, and I'm biased towards it because there could be FOMO involved in this. As soon as they start seeing and move, people are going to jump in, and this is going to find heavy resistance because we need to validate two different formations, newly converted resistances into supports. So very, very likely we'll come back. Okay, so that's essentially what I'm giving this for Mara. Okay, so ticker symbol MARA. I don't want I don't want you guys to grade this, and I'm not going to grade this as well because this is everything I just told you is the most discretionary thing that I've ever done in my life here. Okay, so this is speculative as as anything else. So yeah, we're not going to grade this because we don't want to make people FOMO into this. Okay, so market cap is at a 8. Let me see. No way. The float is not where I would like it to be, but the market cap, this is good. All right, chat. I'm not gonna ask you to chime in on this, but I am gonna give you a rating on this. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a B minus. Okay, you guys, if you guys feel like I'm kind of there, then maybe yes. Yeah, Candice, yes, absolutely. This is one of the Bitcoin miners, just like ticker symbol WULF is as well. And I think, and I think Philip, that's right. That's right. So the reaccumulation period is likely to the pullback that we faced on BTC. I mentioned it in my live stream in the previous live stream as well, that we have to take a look at like this. Look. We're just going to go ahead and load up the BTC, and if I can do the CME would be preferred. There we go. Yeah, we can do the Bitcoin futures. Let me see if I can, though. I can't do it. I'm going to have to do spot price action. Well, the current crypto cap includes Ethereum's movement as well. But let me just do Binance spot price action. Okay, so let's do it on a new price scale. And this is essentially what's happening right here, you guys. Literally the same movement. Upside on BTC, reaccumulation, upside. So this is literally what's happening. Okay, so we want to look at BTC as the parent or the index for the movement that's going to be following alongside with Mara and Wolf and whatever other tickers for the Bitcoin miners. Right, so yeah, I still see massive upside and strength coming in. Definitely tune in to Eric Crown Crypto if you want to get a statistical bias, a mathematical bias for Bitcoin and for Bitcoin's movement. In which case, now you can then validate and back with my analysis here on the equities side or traditional markets, risk on assets. Right, so you want to make sure to check out Eric Crown Crypto. He's the only other statistician that I know follows mathematics within his schematics. Okay, so definitely a good guy to consider. All right, so that's what I'm giving it. I'm actually gonna give Mara a B minus here. It's just it's dependent on Bitcoin, which is crypto. And remember the price movements that happen in crypto. Okay, we never know when the next Sam Bankman-Fried or when the next Luna, when the next capitulation like that happens, right, you guys? So be very careful with this. So we're gonna go ahead and give the longs B minus. Very good stuff here. Okay, so longs B minus. I don't want you to chime in on this one, guys, because it's involved with crypto. Okay, so if you don't know how to track crypto, then do not dive into this. Okay. I can see the price movement happening very much in correlation with Bitcoin here. Okay, so if you are considering it, I would consider opening up Bitcoin futures, Bitcoin CME. Okay, and then compare it with spot price action, which could be with Coinbase or Binance or any of those, KuCoin, whatever. And then you would be able to see the relevant gap ups or gap downs per traditional market close and traditional market open, in comparison with the 24-hour spot price action, right? So that's it for ticker symbol MARA. Okay, so let's see. That's gonna officially end at 12 on the dot. Good stuff. So guys, let's go ahead and move on to the last ticker, and this is a very popular ticker that I've noticed lots of people talking about. So that's gonna be ticker symbol WISA. My goodness, I hear a lot about it, and I'm so happy that we're gonna be able to cover it here. I know we've seen it a couple times too. All right, so Mark Roach, thank you so much for that. Cryptic Trader, yes, Mara follows Bitcoin. I'm assuming that you probably texted that or commented when I was talking here, right? All right, guys. So if we just to give my my bulls just a recap, right, of what was happening. I just want to go ahead and show you exactly what I was looking at here. Okay, I'm just going to minimize the charts. So I'm gonna start officially WISA. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Let's see. Who was asking me for that? B. I'm not sure if you're still here, my dude, but this one goes out to you, my friend. So we're gonna officially start it at 12:01 a.m. I'm just making the notes here on the dinosaur MacBook Pro in front of me. And continue the analysis. Okay, so yeah, you guys, so I was giving to you a very discretionary set of targets the last time that we looked at this, and I just wanna let you know that the reason I was able to see this upside was not only because we were on a right angle triangle or a descending triangle, and arguably starting from an uptrend, not from a downtrend, as this gap actually solidified and kind of cut that off. So my discretionary side started to see the opening of the candle here, which is, you can find the digits right up here, okay? Let's hover over that candle and see the opening. The opening of the new iteration was 0900, okay? So that was right down here, meaning that upon this upward price action and then finding the resistance right up here, we then started to make and form our right angle triangle, okay? So this is why I'm giving you a bullish outlook on this. Momentum was suggesting upside. Everything was meeting the criteria here very carefully, okay? So I'm going to give you that criteria before we move on, okay? So please notice the volume profile in this particular case, okay? When we're looking at right angle triangles, we want to see declining volume. And also, you know, very much reminiscent of the hypotenuse of the triangle itself. Okay, so speaking of the hypotenuse, we can actually take a trend line from that, wow, come on, grab it. There we go. From the hypotenuse down to the lower end of the triangle itself, right? And then we apply it to the breakout point. And in this case, I was saying that we were going to put it at the supposed breakout area, and I put it here, and it happened to be literally that day. It was the same day here. You can see the dates down here, okay? So this was January 10th, and then January 10th, we officially broke out, okay? So now we can actually make an adjustment to the official breakout candle, and then we can see that our topside target is leading us to close the gap right up here, which is why I suggested it. Okay, so this is how we get that price objective for the right-angled triangle or descending triangle, okay? So yes. So now, let's go ahead and now look at the continuation to the upside. Okay, so now I want you guys to please always be careful when candles are moving like this, okay? So I gave my signal out. I gave my signal here, you guys, okay? I gave my signal days before it happened so that we can make that upside move. Okay, so I know it's speculative here. It's very difficult to see the future into things because there's no such thing as seeing the future. It's only a probabilities game. So if the probabilities are favoring the upside, then we have to take that into account as well, because these are several iterations of right angle triangles coming from its master formation, all right? So very good things here, okay? Very good things here as we are following geometrical format, okay? So let's go ahead and continue validating our upside if there is any. Okay, so now let's look back historically and see just how much we have to go. Okay, so this was something that I touched on the last iteration as well. And I also told you that if we don't have this type of volume, then we're not going to go anywhere. And look at the volume that we're facing now. Huge volume, way above this iteration here. And now the RSI, which by the way, maxed out at this volume iteration, which touched at about, in an 8-hour period, 3.05 million, located right up here where it says volume. You see, let me hover over it. There we go. You can see it there. 3.05 million was that volume on this iteration of an 8-hour instance, right? So this is the top side RSI of about 86.17%. That means that we can actually continue to the upside theoretically to that point. We're now sitting at about 75.70, so just over the just barely within the overbought percentile. Another thing to notice too is that we are above the gravitational zone. Okay, so now we don't have any threat to the downside. In fact, we just have this this massive upside party happening, right? So now let's go ahead to the immediate short term to see if there's a pullback coming in. David Parr, what you mean by wasted talent, my brother? And so the 30-minute time frame is suggesting an upside continuation. Let's look at that 15 minute, okay? The 15 minute is also suggesting upside, so this is, man. All right, so there's no room for reaccumulation here as it's already accumulated and everybody's holding on for dear life. Okay, so bi-hourly suggesting upside, 6 hours suggesting upside, 12 hours suggesting aggressive upside. Let's look at the daily. Daily with, oh man, that is filthy. By daily just starting. Jeez, guys, this is incredible. Man, there's no room to reload. That's the thing. Okay, so the 5 day has made a bullish cross. Oh man. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about. Ah man, let's turn up the music for this one because this one's banging. Oh my goodness, man, this one is incredible, guys. This is really something up in here, okay, man. WISA is suggesting a continuation to the upside, which is very much in accordance to what I am talking about here, okay, you guys. I absolutely see the topside target or facing some type of resistance at the 16-cent zone, particular to the 1655. So let's go to the daily iteration and take a fib now, okay? I want to see this because this is comical, you know. This is ridiculous, guys. Lives are being changed here. Ah, man. All right. So the top side of this gap is actually taking us right to the 2.272. All right. So that means that I can give you guys, what, Cryptic Trader? Are you kidding? I already took some profit in this writing 15,000 shares, dude. Oh, Cryptic Trader, I'm gonna give you a freaking clap, man, because that, my friend, is a clean ride, bro. Congratulations. That is the type of trade we like to do, in and out. Let's get out of here, right? Let's just get our money and move on. But yeah, guys, if there was any type of room, I can't even see it. Let me go to the 1 minute candle, all right, and see if it has any. Nope, of course not. Okay, not even the overextension is met yet in the 1 minute either. Okay, we still have iterations that have massive upside on the RSI. Particularly this one over here, back in December 2022, it goes up to 92%. We're literally sitting on the 1 minute at 80. Okay, so not even on the 1 minute candle could there be any type of reaccumulation here, you guys. If you manage to, I'm going to give this a C+, okay? I'm going to give this a C+ because managing to get in at market, okay? You're not going to fill, you definitely know when there's high volatility here. Oh, pro tip. Moderators, listen up. Chat, listen up. Okay, this is a huge pro tip for you. If you're not already aware of this, when we're facing high volume or high volatility, your limit orders will almost be transparent to the algorithms in your broker. Okay, so meaning that the real way to actually trade these moves is market orders. So meaning that you're going to have to deal with the delay that your broker may or may not have. Okay, so if you don't have access to direct market order routing, which is like Cobra trading for platforms like DAS Trader, like interactive brokers, you can connect DAS Trader to it as well. So if you don't have immediate, like competitive type of market order routing, then you may get filled at the lower end of the bid and ask spread. Okay, so now if we're looking at the bid and ask spread, Cryptic Trader using DAS Trader, that's right, my bro, that's how it is. And with interactive brokers, there you go, guys. So this is literally one person who can just back my information here. Okay, so you can connect it through your broker like that. You know, CME Elite Group is an offshore one that you can also connect your DAS trading platform with. Okay, so what DAS Trader does and interactive brokers in combination, you know, like Cobra trading and all that stuff, is that they allow you to access that market sell or market buy or you know, either short or whatever else, right? That particular advantage makes you get the higher end of the spread where you want to sell or where you want to sell the long, or the lower end of the spread where you want to sell short. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about, there's millions of people on DAS Trader. Okay, so literally DAS, it literally looks like Windows XP, and it's only available on Windows. Okay, you can't, and I think maybe even Linux platforms, but I mean, I know everything is Linux, including Mac OS, right? But I'm talking about particular to Windows XP. I'm sorry, to Windows platforms. It looks like Windows XP. It's very, very, very CPU friendly. Okay, so just know that if you don't have access to that direct market order routing, then you may actually find yourself getting filled at the lower end of the bid and ask spread for a long position in particular. Okay. Try. Yes, it's very simple. DAS is absolutely the most simplistic platform you can ever see. And I'm happy that I was able to be reminded of this, because I don't always remember these things. And Cryptic Trader saying, I love the hotkeys. Yes, absolutely, man. There's actually, I forgot the brand of the, it's in Amazon. You can find it in Amazon for the buttons that you can actually code your particular buy, like you can say 1,000 shares, 25% portfolio on a code that you can put within DAS Trader to trigger within the whatever trigger that you have, right? So you can set up your own customized hotkeys within DAS Trader. Okay, so this is the advantage that these professional traders have over retail that's layman or the green trader. Okay, be careful, because these guys can trigger sell immediately. Stream Deck, that's exactly it. There's the Stream Deck 6, which has the 6 buttons, and the Stream Deck, I think 12, and I think 16 and 32. I think there's massive ones too. Very good stuff, which actually connect via USB to your computer, and you can trigger your hotkeys like that. Okay, you guys. So I am not sponsored by DAS Trader whatsoever. In fact, I actually had to close my CME Elite Group DAS Trader platform, because, a year ago I lost my job and I couldn't afford to keep $250 a month to maintain that offshore account. Okay, you guys. So that is just invaluable things for you to know of as retail. Okay, you guys. This is how the competitive trader goes in. Okay, Sebastian Lim, thank you so much. David Parr, thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm happy to help. Okay, and I can't wait to tell my wife for all these awesome donations today, you guys. Thank you so much. I really want to make sure I deliver as best as I can for you, okay? And but yeah, guys, this is definitely looking good. So now Zephram saying, I have 32 key Stream Deck XL. That's exactly the one I was talking about. Never thought I could use it for trading. My bro, what? No way, dude. Eric Crown, bro. Eric Crown uses the Stream Deck 32. Like he has it right in front of his screen. I know he never shows. I know he never shows his side of the trading desk. But if you maybe just catch his YouTube shorts, he sometimes films it in front of his desk, and you could totally see his Stream Deck XL. Dude, they're so awesome. I actually bought my brother the Stream Deck 6, so for Christmas last year. Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. This thing is fully programmable. It can actually do whatever the crap you want. Right, so it might as well be a MIDI as well, for music, as it's USB. It can actually transfer any type of data like that. But yeah, you guys, very, very interesting stuff here. I'm definitely seeing WISA reach a top side of about 16, maybe even 17 cents. Okay, so Cryptic Trader using the Stream Deck 15. Guys, I'm gonna have to get it for me too. Sebastian Lim saying, hopefully we can take a look at HLBZ tomorrow when Trading View works. Mine can't work as well. Wow, you see what I mean, bro? So it's not just me. Guys, Sebastian Lim is actually talking to me from Singapore right now. Okay, it's probably like 3 in the afternoon over there right now, while it's 12:15 here with me, which, by the way, I actually have to get to my toddler as soon as possible. Guys, I'm going to definitely give a WISA a C+ in the grading, because there is literally no entry on this unless you have a competitive platform like DAS Trader to get in at a great area of the spread. Okay, so if we're using just Webull, try. I mean, you can try your limit, but sometimes it just will literally bypass it and ignore you, right? So, but yeah, so C+ for the longs on this one if you are able to get it. Professional traders, DAS traders, I will give you a B plus rating on this, okay? Because this is very small. I'm not going to give it an A or an A plus or even an A minus. Is because of the company specifics, okay? So let's just take a look at that real quick. This is the market cap is sitting at a tiny 6.4 mil. And the float is 60 million. So yeah, guys, this is very high risk, okay? So definitely know that I wouldn't go any higher than a C plus, all right, you guys? So definitely be careful with your longs on this. Again, David Parr, thank you so much for your kind donation, my friend. And guys, yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. We covered a great amount of tickers. I know that I still have some that I'm missing. I know that I'm missing BTB, CTRX. Okay, actually, those are the only two that I'm missing. My apologies, you guys. I definitely have to get to my... yeah, David, this is... this will definitely, for real, put us in junk if it sells off. So, guys, again, thank you so much for all of your consideration. My moderators, I know DJ is not here right now, right? Cal, Hound, Samantha, you guys are so amazing to me. Guys, please remember that I am looking out for you guys, okay, you guys? Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by tonight, for chiming in. I'm going to go ahead and get these timestamps done, and I will absolutely upload them, okay? So Mark Roach, my future mod himself, go ahead and visit me and Cal and the gang as soon as you can, and we'll go ahead and continue talking, okay, you guys? Samantha, thank you so much. Jay Pong, I'm going back to bed. Peace and good luck tomorrow. Thank you, my bro. Mark Roach with the thumbs up. David Parr, you're worth the weight in gold. Thank you so much, David. You're amazing, brother. Candace Morrison, good night, everyone. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Well, with that said, I wish you well and a very good night. And I will... Wait, what you mean? Wait, what... Thanks for the stream. Good night, Zephyr. Of course, you guys. Of course, I never want to dab on them, Kel. I never want to, just eggs out everybody, right? Beso, Amy. Have a very good night. Happy Friday, everybody. And we will, with that said, I wish you well. A very good night. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, guys.